Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
and welcome to something a bit new.
Yes, welcome to something a bit different to what we've done before. I want to make sure that everyone can hear everything. Oh,
Would you like me to check the stream whilst I'm here?
sure. Um,
Okay, so I can hear you.
okay, and can you hear yourself?
I can hear me. What about
Okay,
Holly?
that's great. Well, Holly's not saying anything. Say something.
I'm good.
Yep, we're all audible.
Cool. There's no echo from Holly, is there?
Nope, everything's good.
Okay, good.
This video is not sponsored by Audible.
I was gonna say that myself, but I thought I'd leave it for you guys.
This video is not sponsored at all. I would love a sponsor. I am a shill. So,
What, even if it was Raid Shadow Legends?
do you know something I don't have open? Hold on.
What, sorry?
Oh my god. It's fine. I am prepared. Lol. But yeah, if it was Raid Shadow Legends, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hit me up.
You know what? Money's money.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Okay, so on the stream, all we see is your logo. Is that what it should be at the
yep, that's just our intro stream. That is fine.
Oh, good, good.
I'm going to shift now to something just a little bit different. Do.
Our logo was done by Mike McPuff of McPuff Graphics.
Okay, that's a funny name. I don't. I'm just saying.
I was just there like resisting the urge to lol.
Okay. I'm going to bring that. I hope people will bear with me a little bit because I am dealing with some new stuff. So then, people, and here we have a transition to our contestants today. And here they are.
Ooh.
Hoping that everyone can see that.
I only know who maybe 3 of these are.
Okay, quick. Holly has to guess the names of each of these characters.
I know
before we
who they
start.
are because I made load of graphics for this stream.
Oh,
Dang it.
well, that
I
just
was also
ruins
testing
Allie's
your
fun.
It ruins all of my fun. Oh, I just had a nosy at who's lurking. I see you lurkers. I know you're here.
I'm hoping that your audio is not too bad in the actual stream.
Mine?
Yeah, because you still just sound a little robotic to me.
Oh dear.
But
I hope I don't sound like a robot.
Yeah. So, hi Jess. She is in
Hi.
with us.
Hi, Jess. Nice to see you as always.
Hey Jess, are you a fan of any of these characters? I mean, I'd be pretty surprised if you were a fan of none of these characters. Unless you're Holly, then that makes sense.
I like One Punch Man.
Your internet is doing a madness.
But is it a fine-ass madness? This is me here asking the real questions.
Well, this is the thing as well, as I mean, there's not going to be a lot of moving parts in this, so I mean, hopefully the stream will just run sort of fine because of that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Just going to say as well, I made quite a few graphics for this stream, but I have no idea what Jim has set up for the layout today.
Oh, yeah, I knew I forgot something. I
am drinking Prosecco, so I'm sorry.
Why did you... Okay. I didn't get your graphics, unfortunately, but I do just have the images of the characters. But, hey...
Wait, so I spent all that time making graphics and you haven't used them?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Jim, get the graphics.
But okay, but Holly has to link them to me.
I put them
mean,
in the
that's
Telegram.
Are they updated?
Yeah, I
Did you
updated.
Anyone?
Yeah, we changed what some of the strengths and weaknesses were.
You did that after I went to bed. Because I had work today.
Look, I had work today too. In doing this stream, okay? So just no more complaining. We're
Use
going
my
to put up with
preference.
how it is for now, okay? So,
Well, to be fair, there was nothing on them that was inaccurate. We just had some. It was minor stuff, really.
yeah, that's true. It's just, I want to sort of not delay the stream longer.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like Jim and I trialed this sort of thing a few weeks ago, and it didn't take us until like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm hoping to push
But it
things
was
to be a
fun.
bit faster with this.
Yeah,
So-
having some time limits could work well.
Yeah, actually, I figured out how much time we should spend on each thing as well, anyway. So, I will put that in place
Mm-hmm.
so that I know when we've taken too long. So
I'm
now
just
I'm going to
looking
show
at
you
those-
guys these. I feel like we have to kind of give a bit of a basis for what this is. So, okay.
Yeah.
All these characters, these 8 characters, are now in a tournament where each of them will be fighting each other to the death. This will be in ranks. Losers don't get kicked out straight away. You have to lose twice to be completely kicked out of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We also have random locations for them to fight in. There'll be chances for them to get nerfs, to get buffs, and also sometimes, very occasionally, a twist. And yeah, I'll probably just show you the tournament arc here now. Here is what we're going to be starting with. So the first fight is going to be Kamala Khan versus Black Panther.
A weirdly Marvel-centric fight.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Considering the there's only 3 Marvel characters in there, and 2 of them got paired up.
This is why I don't know any of this.
I mean, you
Because
know
it's pop
of Black
culture.
Panther.
Pardon?
You know of Black Panther.
I know of Marvel characters because I live with Jim and hang out with Allie.
You couldn't escape Black Panther when it came out.
No,
That's because I
No.
spent too much time on the internet.
no, as in literally my co-workers
I don't
who were like in their
Watch
50s.
Marvel movies or read comic books that aren't Japanese.
No, boomers knew about Black Panther, Holly.
Yeah, this wasn't
It was
really.
everywhere. It was on buses.
I'm the
Yeah.
world's youngest boomer. Also,
Yeah, no, but
Black
that's
Panther
even that is not an
totally a superpowered furry.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
why aren't
that
you a
was
fan?
I mean, yeah, that was
That's
actually
kind of how I knew
joke
because I
that
saw
in
all
one
those
of the
memes.
that was actually
Okay.
joked about in the movie almost.
Yeah, okay. I think
First
we need to
thing,
get
not cute.
we need
Don't
to
like.
get to it. So then, guys, we're going to have to find out where this fight is going to happen. So then,
Okay. So Kamala Khan versus
here's
Black
the wheel.
Panther.
It's twisting.
Okay.
I don't know how well that's going to come up on stream, but it's twisting.
Okay, let's find out.
Uh,
Oh, that
They're fighting
The
at the
White House
Kamala Khan
Okay.
versus
Cool.
is
Wow.
the president there.
because he will hate this.
Oh, of course he's there. I mean, he has to be, right? I mean,
You've got an African man and a Muslim fighting each other in the White House, and he can't stop them.
wait, do we get to choose which president is there?
Nope, I think it's funnier if we keep it as the current one.
Okay.
If
Because
it's
he's
Biden,
gotta
he'll
be
just be
so-
asleep the whole time.
He's not there yet. He's not quite the president yet. He's
No,
not had his
not until January.
coronation. He's not have. So it's still
Coronation. It's inauguration.
it's
No,
coronation.
no, not anymore.
Coronation
Not anymore.
is if it's the king or queen.
Oh my god! Why do we need a different term for every different type of ruler? Okay. Right. So in the White House. Now I'm going to take you to my lovely dice dice screen. Where is the other dice? There it is. And it also will tell you the basic rules of what will happen when we roll the dice. So, let's roll for Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan is-
Okay.
No,
And
yeah,
can
Kamala Khan. Okay, what'd she get? She has gotten 8.
Those dice.
10,
Oh, yeah,
11.
now they are.
Okay.
Oh, I love the way you've done that, Jim, actually, because you can just see it straight up on the screen with the...
yeah.
That's very nice. I like it.
So, that is 11, and that means that she is unprepared and has neither a nerf or a buff.
I mean, that's standard fare for Kamala Khan, really.
Yeah, usual stuff.
That's just her usual sort of origin points in most fights. Sort of, well, I'm here and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. And now we need to go ahead.
Allie, can we please get an explanation of this character? Because I have no idea who they are or what they
Well-
do.
Of Kamala Khan. Okay, so a
Yeah.
Pakistani American teenager who basically accidentally walked into a cloud of gas and was like, oh no, this tastes like superpowers. And then she decided to be a superhero because she wanted to copy another superhero that she idolized. And basically, she is your typical modern fangirl, fanfic writing, adorkable nerd on the internet.
Yeah, I remember seeing a bit of a comic where she met Wolverine and like nerded out at
Okay.
him.
Oh, yeah, she just fully fangirled. And Wolverine was just like, ugh, me.
So I'm just going to go ahead and roll for Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
And he has got the same.
Huh. Which is unusual for him because he's essentially African Batman most of the time.
Yeah, kind of true, yeah. So, that's our scenario. Going to go ahead and transition. So, there you go,
Batman
guys.
is also a super furry.
Like we said, that even gets like mentioned in Civil War.
Not Batman, but yeah. So what do you think of my screen I've got up here?
Oh, I
love
love
it.
it. That's amazing.
So yeah.
Okay. We need we need a little like fight sort of thing in the middle. So if anyone comes into the stream, they instantly are like, oh, okay. I guess this is what's happening.
I mean, I guess I can do that. Just if you give me.
Well, I like Kamala Khan, and I also like Black Panther. Which one's better? Only one way to find out.
With a Harry Hill reference.
Okay, so
One of the few British comedians I actually really like.
this is a pretty basic thing, really, isn't it? It's more or less they're just at the White House and they're fighting each other, and that's it. So, what do we make of that?
Okay.
Hello to everyone who just joined.
Hello, Stan.
Hey, Stan.
So what's the scenario? They're at the White House. What are they just meeting on the lawn and then they start fighting?
I'm thinking one of them is there to like meet the president for some reason, and
It'll
the
be
other
Black
one is there for some completely different reason.
Okay, so here's the thing. We've got two options. In the
Maybe
comic,
one's here for like the tourist tour of the White House.
okay, so we've got two options. One of them is a king of a foreign nation, and it's entirely possible that he's here on an actual official visit. And the other one was actively campaigning in the comics against Trump's administration.
They're both not exactly pro.
No, neither of them would be pro-Trump. Um, I'm thinking.
I don't know. What if America wants to trade vibranium or something?
That's possible.
Okay. So Trump is
It's
making
like
a deal
official
with
foreign
uranium that
meeting.
Black Panther doesn't want to accept, but is doing it for some reason. And Kamala Khan is there to stop President Trump from doing something awful with the vibranium, I guess.
Yeah, that makes a sort of sense. Okay. And so
So she's trying to stop the deal. She doesn't really want the fight to happen, but Black Panther, for some reason, has to do this.
yeah, okay.
And so it just winds up in a...
You know what? I'm gonna start.
Chatter making bets on who's gonna win.
So, I think the question just becomes then.
Like I wanted to do with the election.
Wait, I know what's going to happen. You know what we were saying before about that one time Kamala Khan has impersonated War Machine?
Yeah, I think she's
I know
probably
how
gonna impersonate
she'll
other
be
people.
trying to... She'll be doing that to try and get into the White House to stop the deal.
Yeah, she'll be impersonating security, something like that, and just walk into the White House.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, at some point, so she's kind of impersonating somebody. I guess she just walks up to Black Panther when he's not expecting it. She just gets like big and like tries to smush him.
I reckon that wouldn't be her first attempt. She's just going to try and get the vibranium away, and then Black Panther's going to intercept that, and that will cause the fight.
Okay.
Like, she'll try and take the vibranium to remove it from the deal altogether.
Okay, that being the case, then do you think he does that? Like, do you think he's trying to take it away from her in a non-violent way at first?
Yeah, he probably just grabs her and throws her,
Okay.
and gives her some kind of warning, which she then ignores,
Yeah.
and a reluctant battle ensues.
Okay, so at that point they do the classic jump at each other.
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
Okay. We already have somebody. We already have some simping for Black Panther.
Hello, all 6 people viewing this.
I'll let you know, by the way, people, that Allie is a simp for Kamala Khan. So,
And
I
Holly
like Black Panther
doesn't read
too.
comic
I know
books
more
or
about...
like superheroes.
Holly is a simp for nobody.
I'm a weeb.
Just once again, just please BP. Okay, look, guys, I'm going to just let you know this is not a popularity contest. This is a discussion about who we think would win the
There's
fight.
a lot of people in the comments talk about their favourite, like, petrol supplier.
What?
No,
Oh,
no,
BP.
BP, yeah. You see, Americans aren't going to
Nobody
get.
is simping for Texaco or Shell.
I feel like I should just mention people who don't know BP is British Petroleum. Okay. Right. Here's my thought, right? So, the thing that Kamala has is that she heals really fast, right?
She can, yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what we found when we looked it up.
the thing is that, like, I'm not sure if she, like, immediately has much in the way of options to hurt him.
To be fair, she doesn't really go for piercing attacks at all. She will probably just grow massive and, like, wallop him.
Yeah. But my
Which
thought
will
is that's going to
probably
set
be-
off his kinetic energy defense. You know, the...
Yeah, but it won't activate immediately, but it will store it, so he will then have that as an option.
Yeah,
But
I think
basically-
he's going to get that pretty quick if he's getting some
Pretty
big
quick.
wallops.
Yeah, I think it will start with. Shall we say this is just happening on the lawn? Yeah, because he throws her like out of a window or something and follows her outside to give her the warning, and then they fight on the lawn, and I think that's the best way this will happen.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm
Meanwhile,
imagining
we
it.
just picture Trump's face in one of the windows, just frowning outside.
He's just grumpily looking at them, just like,
You damn kids, get off my lawn!
that's exactly what is happening, yeah.
The one thing I think might be interesting will be what do the White House staff do? Because that could affect things.
Yeah, do they look at this situation and go, well, I guess technically Black Panther is a known person, a known entity, and he is a guest.
He's a foreign dignitary.
So technically he's been invited. So
Yeah.
will they be like, we have to defend him from her?
What do you think Trump would order?
I think he would go, one of these people has vibranium and the other one doesn't.
Yep, I think you're right.
Yeah. So I think he would side with Black Panther over
Yeah.
Kamala Khan.
I don't think it would be immediate, though.
I think he would also
I
think Black Panther also is a ruler of a country and Kamala Khan isn't.
Yeah, I think the first thing... I don't think that the White House stuff would be doing much for the first bit of the fight, because
I think
they'd
there
be
might
busy
be...
they'd be busy escorting the president to a bunker.
That's true, yeah. That'd probably be their immediate response. They'd probably
So they'll
be...
be doing that, and then, so about 2-3 minutes into the fight, they'll start doing things.
Yeah. And yeah, Stanley, we know that Joe Biden is going to be the president, but currently... I'm just imagining, actually... you know, like, Trump's lost and everything, and then, like, he's having to deal with this before he leaves.
Oh my god, is this the day he's supposed to leave?
Exactly.
Biden just walks
Oh my
in
God,
like,
Biden's-
I'm home!
Biden's-
Oh gosh.
Biden's at the gate looking at his watch and sighing. There's a,
He's like, oh...
any excuse.
I just-
Any excuse for an extra 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So, Kamala Khan probably just, grows massive fists and just twats him,
Yeah, absolutely.
and he probably goes flying,
Yeah.
but lands on all fours because but
Because he's a cat.
mm.
But
So what would he then do?
I just think he's just gonna run at her, start clawing her, and if he
Yeah.
needs to use that big blast to stun her, continue to claw her. And these are vibranium claws.
They are.
They're gonna just scratch the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I get that she's got this massive healing factor, but I just kind of wonder... The thing is, she has to stop everything she's doing to start healing, right?
Yeah. She can heal whilst doing stuff, but she can't use her other powers.
Right.
I'm just having a quick look at some stuff.
I don't know, I'm inclined to think that Black Panther's going to win this, just because I don't see...
Yeah.
Hang on, it's Tom
One
there.
thing that... No, he's not.
Oh no,
He
sorry, I
doesn't
thought I
seem
heard
to be.
another voice.
Oh,
No.
I recognise a certain chat name. Hi. Thank you for coming to watch my stream. I'm not going to be specific about who that is, but hi.
Oh no, no, okay, no. I've just checked it out. So she heals very quickly, just in general. But the more she heals, the less access she has to polymorphing.
Right. Yeah.
So she can heal. But basically, to truly heal, she has to turn everything off.
I think that what's probably going to happen is he's going to be scratching the shit out of her, and she's going to be healing through some of it whilst continuing to wallop him.
Honestly, though, I think the main thing is she's going to grow big, so his claws aren't very long. So
This
even
is
though
true.
he's scratching the shit out of her with like the sharpest thing on earth, but none of these wounds are deep.
Yeah, I think you are right, and also he kind of needs to like. I think the best thing he could do is when she's about to wallop him, he like jumps up onto her fist and then climbs up her.
Yeah.
It is a little bit difficult because it's kind of like hard it's hard to see how one of them offs the other in a relatively fast manner.
She can also move in weird and surprising ways because of her abilities. Like, she could legit just fling her arm up to the top of the White House and just pull the rest of her body with her after her grabs on.
Yes, this is definitely something as well, yeah.
So it's not like she doesn't have mobility of her own.
I think she's actually, as much as Black Panther is very fast, I think she's technically a little bit more mobile.
I think Black Panther's actually faster, but I think that she has the greatest mobility because of the variety of techniques she can use to move around.
Right.
And also she can grow huge and just fucking leg it.
Yeah, but I mean...
And that will cover a lot of ground.
Something that I will say is that if, basically, if the fight doesn't necessarily need to be to the death, it's more a matter of who wins the fight. You know?
Yeah. Like, honestly, if this was about getting the vibranium away,
there are people asking, do you like BP? I just have a bike.
I don't like all the spills they do. It's pretty bad.
What?
I don't like all those spills. It's pretty bad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she also gains the proportionate strength, speed, and durability and agility of whatever shape or size she is. So when she's bigger, she is not as quick, but she's a lot tankier.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty damn tanky.
Yeah, but also, holy shit, apparently she can grow to the size of skyscrapers.
Oh yeah, she can get big.
So, if she grows to the size of a fucking skyscraper, what will Black Panther be able to do?
I mean, I think at that point it becomes a problem for her that I think that's going to result in the American government taking this very seriously.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem, is that he's going to have
and it's a
the
good
American
day for
government
people with
on
a giant
his side.
test fetish.
And his side, the American government is going to come along. They're going to start coming with Apache helicopters and start shooting missiles at her.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Okay. So I think the most likely thing for her to do is yeet Black Panther away, grow to that size, yeet the vibranium into the fucking sea. Wait, I don't know where the White House actually is. Is it close to? Is it in New York? Is it near?
No, it's not New York.
I don't know America. I am not American.
It's Washington D.C.
Where is
It's the other side of the USA.
Wait, really?
There's no sea around.
It's on the eastern side, not the eastern.
Really?
It's on the western side of the US. The western
seriously
coast.
wrong about
It's the western
geography
coast. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna look this up before I make a fool of myself even more.
I'm not sure how close
I've
it is
been
to
there.
the coast
Maybe
itself.
double check where it is
But,
in regards to America.
I don't know. In theory, maybe she can get pretty big, so maybe she can like pick up the vibranium and run.
There is
the
a
sea.
river. There is a river she could yeet it into.
Yeah. I don't know if that would necessarily be gone.
You could chuck it in the Potomac River.
It would make maybe she just thinks, if it's down in the bottom of the
Wait,
river,
no,
I can wait until Trump is out of office and then Biden will get
No,
it.
it's not on the other side. It's not on the other side.
The White House.
Well, you said Washington D.C., right?
It's the opposite side to New York.
No?
Washington
You're
D.C. is in
both wrong.
Maryland,
It's
which is
so
next
it
to
is
Delaware.
West Coast, but
New
it's
York.
not on the coast.
Yeah, New York is East
It-
Coast.
Yeah, it's south of Delaware.
What are you guys talking about? What is just?
No, it's west of Delaware.
Oh, southwest.
Look, this is not a geography podcast, okay? This
Sorry,
is.
south
It
of
is now.
Baltimore is what I'm thinking.
Oh my god.
Okay. I imagine that actually she would try and get away from the White House because it's just a lot of danger.
True, but
I reckon she'd just grow massive and start running.
Look, the thing is, right, I think you're really underestimating the militarization and oligarchy of the American government. You got to
I
imagine.
maybe. Wait, no, I've not got to that yet. I'm just saying what I think she would do.
Okay,
I'm not saying that it would work.
I don't think she's
I'm
going to
saying
be
this is what
successful,
she
is what I'm saying. And I'm also saying we only have 30 seconds.
would- Wait, what?
We have 30 seconds to come up with an answer. And my thought is that because Black Panther is just kind of tougher, or harder for her to hurt, really, I think that, and he also has the American government on his side, I think he's going to win. That's my thought.
Yeah. I honestly think it comes down to the American government helping, though, because I think with her size thing, there's not really much he can do to her at all.
I think that the location has worked to his advantage, yeah.
Yeah, but that's part of how this works.
Yeah, exactly. So...
But yeah, I think you're probably right.
Okay. We have come to an answer then. So, there we go. I will show you guys the standings now. So you guys can see that's
Fan favourite wins.
It was the fan favourite in this case, in the comments anyway.
Yeah. To be honest, that was a closer fight than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I legit was thinking it would be more Black Panther. Like, I know that it seems like I'm siding mainly with Kamala Khan, but it's better.
It's fine. I know you simp for her.
I am
Stop
not
simping.
I'm not simping for a
This is a
16-year-old
simp-free
girl.
zone.
Sure you're not. Sure.
Not for a 16-year-old girl, Jim.
I don't think you quite get simpy, but okay. Look, Holly, could you do me a favour and get me a beer?
Yeah.
I need one. The way this stream is going.
What beer do you want?
The only ones.
Can I have one?
No, they're for me. You have the Red Bulls.
Oh, okay, how much?
So now we have to find out where Rogue and She-Ra are gonna fight.
Ooh.
Do, it spins. Here we go. In the Gaul village.
Huh.
Yeah. Gaul.
That's Gallic
Is it
Village.
the beerus?
Okay. So I legit watched Asterix and Obelix this morning, so...
Is the village particularly, is it an interesting place?
Ish. There's a bard that everyone hates. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What?
All the residents, as soon as they see a fight, they pile in.
Okay.
They love to fight. If they see a fight, they're getting
What is
in on that.
this? The
Gallic
Gauls.
Village.
I suppose that makes
So-
sense. They're historically
So what fight are we doing?
kind of honor-based.
She-Ra and Rogue.
So what fight are we doing now?
It's She-Ra and Rogue in the Gaul village.
Okay, 2 characters I don't know in a place I don't know.
Oh.
So this is 2 characters I don't know in a place I don't know.
Okay, guys. Here is our setup.
Okay, let's see.
Let's get some rolls.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good picture for the Gothic village. That's, basically everything you need to know. The one right in the middle is where the bard lives. Who everyone hates.
Great. Okay.
Just so you know that if the village itself comes under actual threat, they will start drinking invincibility potions and start twatting everything.
Oh, great. Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
So that's just beer.
Let's start rolling some dice. So this is the first one for She-Ra.
Mm-hmm.
And she has gotten 7. So, she
That's a
is
nerf.
unprepared and she's nerfed.
Ooh.
Shall we roll the nerf now?
Yes. Let's see what she has.
Yeah.
What kind of nerf does she have?
Here are the nerfs. Here we go. Let's see what she's getting. She is misinformed about
Ooh.
Rogue.
Ooh.
So I guess she thinks her powers are not what they actually are.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out in a moment. Let's go back and roll for Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
And she has gotten 11. She's also unprepared but not nerfed or buffed.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So then, so she's misinformed. How would she be misinformed about Rogue, do you think?
Ah.
I feel like if we give Holly just a bit of a rundown, so
Yeah.
I mean, Rogue's basic ability as a mutant is that she is able to touch. If she touches somebody like on the skin, then she can drain their life, and she also gains a copy of their powers.
Okay.
That's her thing.
Yeah.
So we have to think about how She-Ra is going to be misinformed.
Okay.
About
I
her.
know nothing about She-Ra, new or modern.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay. Wait, maybe she just thinks it's a different X-Men.
Oh yeah, didn't we have this thing where we were going to say, they could just think it's a different
Oh,
person?
wait. Do you know what? Misinformed. A brilliant way to do misinformed. They think they're fighting that character's ally instead of that character.
Oh, okay. Well, the character's ally is Shadowcat.
Yeah, so maybe she thinks she just she mixed up the power. So she thinks Rogue can do the Shadowcat thing.
Yeah, so she thinks that she's facing somebody who's able to run through walls, basically, and phase through
Right.
things.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay, so that's our setup then. They're both unprepared, they're suddenly in the Gaulish village. Do you think that the Gauls look at She-Ra and think that she's like some kind of divine person, divine being of their own, like, their own like religious beliefs or kind of spiritual beliefs? I'm just kind of looking at her and thinking,
Someone
If
saying
she's
how
unprepared-
these 2 horses.
If she's
I
unprepared,
know nothing about horses either.
if she's unprepared, she won't be in She-Ra form. She'll be in Adora form. So she won't look like this yet.
right, true. So she's just walking around in like her normal clothes.
Yeah. Oh, can we do something?
Okay.
Just the roles you were doing earlier. Just do that, but just for the village. I want to
okay.
see what the level of prep and such is.
Okay, interesting. I can do that.
It'd be interesting to see because that affects quite a lot in this fight.
Roll 10. So, they know that this is going to happen.
Oh my god, they orchestrated it.
They had like 5 minutes to prep, and they're like, they. So these two women show up in like a ring, surrounded by these Gaul men, who are all going fight, fight, fight,
fight, fight.
And they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Well, Stanley, not necessarily.
She doesn't start off with the sword. She'll just be.
Well, she may
she
or
can
may
summon
not.
it whenever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
But on the face of it, they'll both be just stood there, seemingly two normal women.
Okay, so here's the thing: Adora won't want to fight initially. So, how do they push these two to fight? Well, how does that happen? Because obviously, once the fight happens, it does happen.
Here's something I'm just going to say: to a certain extent, we have to kind of have a little. Maybe we have to have a little bit of an assumption that they, for whatever reason, hate each other and are going to fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Assume that Rogue has just like super drained Catra. Is it Catra? Yeah. Rogue has just like drained Catra some. So.
Yeah. You know what? That works.
Yeah. So now she was like here to screw her up.
You know what? She wouldn't even really be thinking about. Well, she'd just do it.
Yeah.
Because she just runs in.
Yeah. Exactly. So okay. So
she would immediately just stand there and... Well...
No, Stanley, there's no friends here. If you want friends, you've come to the wrong stream.
It's tournament arc, not friend arc.
No, we only do those on Sundays.
Yeah, that's the Sundays, yeah. So, then it just becomes a matter of like, okay, so they're pretty much just a straight up fight.
Okay, so I reckon She-Ra will probably do the first attack.
Yeah.
Because she'll transform and probably just send like a massive energy blast at her with the sword.
So, I feel like we should describe this a little bit for people who don't know. So basically, imagine a fairly normal-looking woman, more or less from modern day in appearance, who then just holds her hand in the air and goes, "By the power of Grayskull!" And a giant sword appears in her hand. She grows like 2 feet, and then she like blasts Rogue with this like energy blast from the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, right, Rogue is only like a little bit above regular humans in terms of superhuman ability.
I think.
I kind of think that she's at least going to get winged by that. She's not really going to be able to dodge it completely.
Yeah, like, what's her mobility like?
Her is just a little bit above regular human. All of her ability comes from being able to take abilities from her opponents.
Yeah, in that case, if she dodges, She-Ra will probably just do like sides. Okay, so She-Ra's got this thing, right? She can do all the slashes in the air, and they will just hang there, and then she will send them forwards. So she can cover like she can do an AoE attack essentially with slashes.
If she does that, though, won't she probably get some of the goals?
This is true. She would not do that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that earlier because she would be very reluctant to hurt the goals.
Yeah. Okay. But she sort of, I don't know if she would see them as quote unquote innocents, but you know.
No, she would.
Okay.
She would.
Fair enough. I guess.
Punch her in the face and she would.
I have no idea what is going on.
She is one hell of an idealist, so yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're literally all surrounding her and going, fight, fight. So, I mean...
Yeah, although to be honest, I give it about 5 more seconds before they charge in and just wail on both of them.
I guess there's also like an annoying bard who's playing music at this moment.
Oh yeah, the only reason they've not joined in so far is they're too busy pummeling the shit out of the annoying bard.
Right, yeah, okay.
They're currently tying him up and gagging him.
I appreciate your emoji, Stan.
Yeah.
So, my thought is just, well, can Rogue, because this is the only way that Rogue is going to be able to win, can Rogue get to She-Ra and touch her to drain her powers? Because if she can't, she's screwed. It's over.
Honestly, I feel like because She-Ra thinks it's Shadowcat, she's going to be focusing on energy blasts and staying away because, like, she thinks that the enemy can do stuff like phase into the floor and yank her ankle under.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So she's going to stay away and send energy blasts instead.
I mean, weirdly, to be honest, if she had actually been informed and knew what Rogue's ability was, she probably would do the same thing.
Yeah, this hasn't really...
We were saying, Jess, that we were saying that she sucked out some of Katra's life. If you know who Katra is, it's basically She-Ra's girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Is that going to give her some abilities of Katra for a little bit?
That is true.
Because Katra, above all things, is fast.
Okay,
It's
actually,
not a power, it's just her biology.
okay,
That,
hold on.
is that...
Time out for a sec. That would be us giving her a buff when she's not supposed to have a buff.
Yes.
So basically,
Yeah.
we've got to assume this suck happened sometime in the past, and she no longer has Katra's abilities.
Okay, I just thought I would check. Okay, in that case, without that, I think Rogue is gonna lose.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Yeah, I think it's pretty one-sided. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think.
Yeah,
that
Jess,
there's
you are
anything
right, but
Rogue
we just
can do.
spoke about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think. Is there anything Rogue could?
Reasonably do? Not really. The only thing I can conceive of is if she stole an invincibility potion off one of the ghouls, but she would need to know that the potion is there to do that, really. So, yeah, I think that's a winning...
Okay, one thing that could affect it actually.
Okay, go on.
All we said that all of the ghouls are just gonna pile in.
Sure.
Can She-Ra finish the fight before that?
I think she can, yeah. Having seen some of the examples of her energy blasts and things, I'm inclined to think yes. It's not, the thing is that Rogue has nothing. She has nowhere to go because she's surrounded by ghouls on all sides, and she has nothing to hide behind. Because that would have changed the fight. But the fact that this particular scenario, I just don't see her escaping. I don't see her dodging. I don't see her getting to She-Ra. I just think it's completely all in She-Ra's court. So yeah.
Also, I've just had a bit more of a dig into Rogue's abilities, and I'm not even sure how it would work if she touched She-Ra, because significantly powerful creatures can cause like a sort of feedback loop on her instead. And She-Ra kind of is... her power is the power of power. Her whole thing is just sheer power.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to She-Ra, though. I will say, though, that I think to a certain extent we have to allow Rogue the ability to steal powers, pretty much universally.
Yeah.
It's kind of her thing. She's going to be screwed in this tournament if she can't do that.
Yeah.
But hey, there's the standing so far. After we've done the first round, we'll be going to Black Panther versus She-Ra.
Ooh.
But before that, we've got Genos versus Asterix.
I know
Oh wow.
one
Okay.
of these.
So I have not watched One Punch Man in a while. However, I watched Asterix the Gaul this morning.
Okay. Well, I've watched season 1 and 2 of One Punch Man, so I'll sort of
So
be...
between us,
Okay. Okay.
That's a gyros restaurant.
Okay, they're at a gyros restaurant.
wait, which one's that?
You know, this was sort of associated with Kamala Khan because she really likes gyros. I think you'd probably say it like gyro, wouldn't you?
Probably.
We have a really nice gyros place near us.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose gyros is the way that Greeks say it.
Okay.
And you're Greek, so you know how to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to find some images online quickly, so...
Okay. I'm also just going ahead and set up this fight right here. So we have the man himself. So, here's our basic setup. So let's go ahead and do rolls, I suppose.
Oh god, okay.
Are there people currently in the gyros restaurant?
Oh yes, there's definitely the staff. I'm imagining Asterix is ordering one.
No, Obelix is caught. Okay, Asterix is trying to sort out a problem where, depending on whether he rolls ally or not, either Obelisk has eaten everything in the restaurant and fallen asleep, or is in the process of doing that, and Asterix is trying to get them out of a bit of bother for that.
Right. Okay. So now we'll do a roll for Asterix.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 11. So he's unprepared, but doesn't get enough or a buff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go ahead and roll for Janos. That is 12. So he's also... He is actually prepared with 5 minutes prep, but is also
okay.
not nerfed or buffed.
So, with prepared, just give us a rundown of exactly what sort of preparation that entails. Like,
It
how much
basically
does it know
means that
about
they
enemy?
know they're going to get into a fight. And they know what the opponent looks like.
Okay.
So, I think keeping that in mind, Genos has a serious problem.
Yeah.
So
Because
normally,
these guys don't look anything like what their actual capabilities are.
this is true, but I think the real problem here is that if Genos really wanted to just off him, like Asterix now, then what he would probably be doing is standing across the street, aim his biggest missiles and firing capability at it, and just destroy the Gyros restaurant and Asterix and Obelisk in it with
Would
him.
Genos
But the
have
problem is he values
any hesitation about
He's not gonna
killing
kill innocent
staff and
people.
people?
He's a hero. He doesn't kill innocent people.
Mm.
So with that in mind, he has this problem that all of his abilities and powers are kind of overkill for the situation. So I think he probably will, being that he's prepared, he's probably going to get the first punch in. He's probably just going to rush into the restaurant and try to he can jet his legs or his fists, and punch Asterix like that into like a wall or something. So that's probably how this fight starts.
Okay.
So
Now,
with that in mind, Talk to me
The
about
weird
potions.
thing with okay, the weird thing about this
Does
is
Asterix have
so-
the strongest potions?
he does.
He does have the strongest potion.
He does.
Asterix
He
went
does.
to the potion seller, and the potion seller gave him all the potions.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna say, from
can
what
handle
I've
the
seen in the
strongest
cartoons, he will actually survive the punch to the wall.
Yeah, I think that Genos is not going to be
Ish.
using full power because I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to be thinking it's basically a small human.
Yeah. So Asterix will survive, neck his potion, and that is when it becomes interesting.
Yeah.
So throughout the entirety of Asterix and Obelix, I have never seen an enemy actually hurt someone when they have drunk this potion. They basically drink it, and then the only thing that has been able to hurt these people is Obelix, who literally fell into a cauldron of the potion as a baby. So he has permanent plus potion effect.
Okay.
So
I
the
suppose
things I know can't hurt him are things like being hit with a Roman catapult, buildings collapsing on him, going literally through thousands of Romans at a time. Like, I've seen those things fail to scratch him.
Okay. I do think Genos does have higher destructive capabilities than that.
Than that, yes.
But it just becomes that basically becomes a kind of
It becomes difficult because you don't have a quantified, this is the limit of the durability.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Let's just entertain that he's completely invulnerable for a minute.
Yeah.
But
It does sometimes get referred to as an invincibility potion.
Right. Okay. My question is, how long does it last?
Right, well, in the series, exactly one fight.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
I'm just going to let you know that we are
What
taking
counts
longer than I
as
would
a
have preferred
fight
so far.
ending in
Yeah.
Asterix?
Pardon?
Sorry, what are you saying, Holly?
So, like, what counts as ending a fight in Asterix? Because I was wondering if Genos could essentially get him into what counts as a second fight. Would it have worn off by then?
Potentially. If Genos can survive long enough, then Genos will eventually win.
Okay, yeah, right. That seems like a reasonable gambit.
Yeah.
I mean...
So Genos... Okay, so these guys can literally... They plow through metal and rock and everything.
Oh, this is something worth mentioning then. Right, okay. So when Genos looks at Asterix, at first, he will have an analytical view come through his eyes, telling him more or less that he's looking at a more or less regular human. Right?
Yeah.
When he drinks the potion, he will see the statistics of this person suddenly jump to levels higher than he was previously. So he will be kind of clued in that he's now dealing with a more dangerous opponent.
Yeah.
So the thing as well that I thought is that if Genos realizes that he's losing the fight, he will probably try to escape.
And he will have the capability to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
does Asterix have...
can't really...
Is he very fast? Can he jump
very
high?
I mean... The potion... I mean, an example I saw of what one thing the potion did is a frog got a bit of potion recently and it literally jumped into the clouds, so it can definitely affect your jumping capabilities.
Okay. Maybe that's
Weird
because
example,
it was a
but
frog?
maybe, but
thought?
even then, frogs can't normally do that, so the potion clearly enhanced that power.
Yeah, but is it kind of like enhancing what's already there? It's probably fair to say Asterix could jump higher than usual.
I think so. I don't think he would be able to jump into the clouds because I think that's because of the frog. I think.
Yeah.
Like, it could already jump ridiculous amounts, and I think it's just like a strength multiplier.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, Genos can just fly away.
I think, yeah. Okay, so if Genos notices that the potion was drunk and then that happened, would Genos remove the flask? Would Genos attempt to remove the flask? Because if he doesn't attempt to remove the flask, then Asterix can keep drinking potion when it runs out.
Probably yes. He probably
And
will
if he
go,
does-
that's a source of power. If I can remove it, then...
Yeah.
He'll
The
probably
one
say
thing
something
is-
like, I have to remove that to defeat this opponent.
Probably.
What if
Now, the
Genos
question is,
took the potion like that and then tried drinking it?
oh, then Asterix is fucked.
I mean, actually, I think he... Well,
That'd probably be an unnecessary buff.
the
but-
problem is that he's a cyborg.
Yeah, would
I
that
think
not
that-
affect
Yeah.
him?
He's going to be kind of limited by his abilities. Right, you know, by the limitations of his cybernetic enhancements. I mean, he does have
also-
some physical human parts as well, and I guess those parts will be buffed.
Here's a point. If we're thinking about him drinking it, it literally causes like a weird energy shock around the person when they drink it. That could fuck up with the cybernetics.
Possibly. Or it could be like the opposite, where, you know, like how...
Yeah, it could do the Tony Stark thing of...
That's exactly what I was thinking just now, yeah.
400%. Huh, how about that?
Yeah.
But of course, because it's set in medieval times, there's no way of knowing how it would interact with tech like that. So let's just say he doesn't drink it because we have no way of working that out.
By the way, we've got like 30 seconds for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say, I think
think-
that Genos wouldn't do that, though. I don't think he's going to drink the potion.
Yeah.
Can I just say what I think it's going to come down to?
Okay.
I think it's going to come down to, can Asterix finish him off whilst Genos is trying to destroy the potion? Does Genos need to get close to do that?
No, he doesn't. He
In that
has
case,
quite a
Genos
lot
will
of
win.
options in terms of ranged attacks
Okay.
that he could use to just shoot it away.
Okay.
Wait, so the potion is in that flask he's holding, and does he wear it around his neck or something?
Nope, it's in a thing on his belt.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he drinks from it and it makes him like super strong and
Okay.
invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you. I think I agree as well. I do think Genos is going to get he's going to get somewhat trashed during the fight,
Yeah.
but I think he will ultimately win.
Yeah. I think so. Because honestly, all they have to do is remove the flask and then keep away. And then he wins.
Yeah. And Genos is smart enough to do that, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Asterix is clever, but he's never dealt with someone who has this kind of capability.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Asterix would probably try and protect the flask, but I don't think there's much he can do being unprepared.
Yeah. I'll let the users see the standings again.
Yep.
Where we are at now.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're dealing with a very interesting one.
Ooh.
Wonder Woman versus Neo.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say.
Oh
I
my
watched
god,
The
I just looked at the
Matrix
losers
once
round.
back at school. I
Losers
think we've
round
just
is
done
gonna be
GCSE.
interesting.
I know, but Jim, like, the Marvel versus Marvel has turned into another Marvel versus Marvel.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay, gotta find a location. Oh, actually,
Yep, where is Neo fighting Wonder Woman?
at Comic-Con.
Oh my
Oh wow, two popular cosplays that you probably see there.
I don't know. So
This
that's
is where
they're
the
going to
twist
be.
is, like, it's literally just cosplayers.
That's the thing is that's what people think when they see this.
People are just gonna think they're cosplayers.
they think that they're cosplayers. Yeah, so it's just they don't interfere. I suppose until they start seeing magical effects or something.
Didn't we say that for Neo, every fight happens in the Matrix unless we roll Zion?
Yes. So
It's Comic-Con in the Matrix. They don't think he's a character, but they think Wonder Woman is. I don't know if that will affect anything, but there you go.
Unless... So... It's weird, but we can allow Matrix to exist in the Matrix.
Okay, we're just accepting that, or they just think he's some bounty hunter from some random thing.
Yeah. So I think this image I have here is going to be this is what we're dealing with. I just there's something brilliant about this.
Got a big convention.
Oh,
I'm just trying to have a look
Oh
and
wow,
see if there's
that's
a Wonder
really
Woman
good
in that
cosplay.
photo.
Amazing
Don't
choreography.
think there is.
Exactly. Amazing choreography. This fight is awesome. Wouldn't it be cool if somebody
Everyone
did
there
like
just
some
thanks
kind of...
to
fight is
Just say
amazing.
hi to all the new people who just turned up.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Oh,
how would you react if you were at a convention and then two cosplayers just start fighting each other and it looks really good and really realistic?
Oh my god, and there's not even going to be any weird superpowers for ages. They're just going to be straight up martial artsing it.
I mean, they both of their powers are not exactly super flashy, per se.
Yeah, this is actually really cool.
Yeah. They're going to be thinking, wow, this looks really well done.
Like, where did he learn martial arts that well?
Okay, let's get some rolls.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the dice page. So, for Neo, what does he get? He gets 11. Unprepared. No nerf or buff. And Wonder Woman gets the same.
Okay.
So neither of them are prepared.
We've not had many buffs and nerfs.
No, we haven't yet.
Wonder Woman because shield and sword? Well, that hasn't necessarily helped other people against Neo before.
Yeah, I mean, people have had... Keep in mind that Neo has, been shot at with loads and loads of bullets and several people shooting at him. I just held up his hand
No, Jess.
to prevent all the
You
bullets
actually
from hitting
saw
him.
a stand battle because you're not a stand user, therefore you can't see the stands.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jen.
Oh, I love you, Jeff. That's amazing.
Jojo must look really weird to people who don't have stands.
Just people posing, shit talking each other. Then occasionally one of them goes, "Bwah!" and blood goes everywhere.
Just thinking about this for a moment, I think that after a certain point, Neo didn't tend to use
There's
guns.
just suddenly a
did he?
hole in that man.
At a certain point, Neo just tended to use his fists because that was all he needed.
Martial arts, and if he needed a weapon, he took it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Even if he was just ripping a pole out of the ground.
Okay. I'm going to start the timer for this one. We've got to think about it. So...
Let's just say that we come to the fight and they're already doing the classic martial arts fist fight thing, and we just go from there.
Yeah, we don't
We
have
don't
to
even
think
know
about
why they're fighting.
Why? We
We've
just know
gone in.
that they are fighting.
Yeah. I mean, for some of the other characters, it's been important to know how they'd react to be working out how they'd start. For this, I think it's fairly safe to say we just come across them both doing wacky martial arts.
Yeah, exactly. This scenario is too bizarre for us to try and make sense of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So the problem is, okay, Stanley, right? You're kind of right that Wonder Woman has a little bit of advantage in having this sword and shield, but the thing is that Neo can bend her sword if he wants. You know, he can think that there is no spoon and bend it.
Mm-hmm.
such that it's not going to hit him. He can also just move incredibly fast. She can also move incredibly fast.
Yeah, but so could the agents. Like, the agents were fucking blurs
Yes.
most of the time. And Wonder Woman, most of the time, isn't portrayed at that level of speed, I think.
She is fast enough to,
She is.
dodge bullets and block bullets.
Yeah.
So she's pretty fast.
Mm. Okay.
I think Neo... The thing is, though, Neo... Is he even faster? Because, he perceives things in slow motion when in a fight.
He does. Like, in real slow motion.
Yeah.
And those were things that were moving really fast.
Yeah. This is true.
Like, the speed of things that can dodge bullets, and he was seeing in slow motion, like, the fuck is this guy even trying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking of the Agent Smith fight from the end of the first film.
Yeah,
Just when he's just there, like...
You are correct. I actually think Neo would end up being faster in this scenario.
I think so.
So, he's faster.
Yeah, so I think...
I have returned.
I think in this fight, at the beginning, when they're doing the martial arts, I think that Neo
Oh, that is true. Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. What about Rihanna Keys? No, that's a spiffing Brit reference. So I think
know
Neo's
that Keanu
basically
Reeves is
fighting...
many people's daddy, but
yeah,
Gal
but Wonder
Gadot
Woman's many people's
is definitely
mommy.
a lot of people's mummy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was
So,
going to say, not in Matrix, but modern Keanu.
Whatever.
okay, anyway, back to the fight. So, I think Wonder Woman is fighting a very strained and difficult close quarters fight, but Neo is fighting a very comfortable fight.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah.
Because he's facing an opponent that is not as fast as he is. Although, she is a lot stronger than he is.
What is Neo's sort of strength level?
Well, it's sort of, irrelevant. He doesn't really fight things using his strength. He's just, manipulating things because he can manipulate the Matrix.
Yeah. Okay, so I think basically she's going to be the one to change up the style of the fight.
Yeah, she's a more tactically minded person than he is.
Yeah, she's going to realize that this guy is not going to be beaten this way.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to try something.
What can she do, though? Can she do something in the way of, tricking him or doing something involving the lasso?
Maybe.
Because the thing is, if she can, get the lasso around him, he's screwed. Because it will just... I mean, he's basically screwed. Maybe we could reason that he could somehow get out because Matrix powers.
Maybe.
But I think it would take him some time.
Yeah.
And
didn't you say that he could bend her sword and stuff with his mind?
Pretty much, yes. But my thought
Could
is
he just squeeze out of the lasso?
not normally. The lasso is like this. It's this
Been a while
divine.
Is cider a god? Depends on the cider.
I don't know what to make of that question.
Neither do I. Okay.
Swedish cider is god.
So the lasso is like a divine artifact.
Yeah.
That when it's round somebody, that person is helpless, and it's also a factor that they are incapable of telling a lie, and are in fact are actually what's the word? They're compelled to tell the truth.
Yeah.
But I think that bit isn't so relevant. It's more just the fact that I think if she can get around him somehow, he will be unable to defend himself for long enough that she's going to be able to basically chop his head off. I just don't know if she's going to be able to do that.
I think he's too fast.
Yeah. Like I said, she is more tactically minded. So
Yeah.
my thought is that can she do something to trick
Also,
him into
here's
the
one of
lasso?
the weird things. She's a master of armed and unarmed combat and proficient with every weapon ever made. But, like, how does that compare to literally, oh, I've downloaded and fully mastered everything?
To be honest, I think it's more or less the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can think of right now is just Keanu Reeves going, "I know kung fu." Cinder. Okay. God of Cinder. Cinder a god?
The thing is, I think Neo's difficult to pin down.
Yeah. I think overall he has the advantage.
Yeah. Do you know what would happen if he got lassoed? Do you remember when all the Smiths just piled on him and he just pulled a Superman?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate why you would think that, but no.
Yeah. Okay.
The lasso is not like that. It's
Okay.
like a reality bending thing.
Right. Okay.
If it's around you, you can't move.
Okay.
You're basically at the whims of the person holding the other end of it.
Okay, so yeah, that is kind of a if she gets it round him.
But I just don't see how she's actually going to do that. I think he's too fast and he's going to too easily. His whole thing is dodging things.
Yeah, like, but at the same time, I don't see what he can do to her.
Yes, but I
Because
still
she is stronger.
Yeah, she's not actually. She is super tough, but not so tough that he can't hurt her.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is find a gun. If he's at an American convention, somebody might have one. If
you wouldn't be allowed to have one actually in the convention, though.
So
you're not allowed one.
So there's about 3 within 2 meters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, he just steals her sword and uses it against her.
Honestly, I think I actually see that happening.
So, yeah.
Honestly, I think it just comes down to proper kung fu fight, and then he disarms and arms himself.
I'm surprised that I'm arguing this, but I think that this is a Wonder Woman loss.
Yeah. Yeah, like, everything she has that she could use, she would need to get around his whole primary thing, his shtick.
We've done that one in a relatively good amount of time. Happy about that. So, guys, I'm going to show you the standings once again.
Ooh, Genos versus Neo?
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting one, and I think I can see how it might go, but
before we get to that,
yeah,
we'll have to go to the losers bracket.
Okay.
And also, just real quick, I'm going to take a break, and I will be back only in like a minute.
Okay. So it's up to me and you to entertain chat, Holly?
Yeah.
Yeah, Holly can't run the stream. She don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, god damn it. I'm not very entertaining.
Goodbye, viewers.
I could put my beans on stream.
It's just everyone just piles out. The entertaining one has left us.
If I put the dice camera on, As long as you
Yeah,
don't
put the
mess with
dice
the
camera
camera, you can put the bean there.
What? What's happening? Okay, so Kamala Khan versus Rogue, I think, is next. Oh, so are you putting the bean on the thingy? Of course you are. Of course you are.
I'm like, how do I entertain people? I'm not very entertaining.
Okay, Holly, do the bean noises. Just animate the bean.
Masha? Mimi, I bean. I have no idea what to make any of the other beans say.
Well, what does a sulfur bean always say?
What? You
Oh my god, they're just... That's slowly filling up the screen. It's funny, because all I can see between all of the beans is the word
kind.
kind equals beans. Everybody say hello to the kind beans.
They're very kind beans.
They are very kind beans. And they are not aggressively assaulting Jim. That is their mercy. Okay, so chat, who would win in a cuteness contest out of the beans on screen? Aw, Jess is like, hello, kind beans.
Hey, yo, beans. Everyone fall over.
Quick, make bean noises.
Oh, all cuddle together, little bee. When it comes to series where characters fight each other, I think Fate is like the only thing I know.
Oh, Holly.
Like I said, I'm a stupid weeaboo. I'm trying to think of other things I can put in front of the camera. There is a cat.
There is the cat. Oh, there's a cat. I'm sorry. I did not see the cat. But my eyes have now been opened.
I wish I had something that could just play Elevate me.
You should probably look into using some copyright-free music for streaming
Alright.
with things like this.
And you have filled that space with beans.
Jim has returned! Yay!
Yay, the entertaining one is here.
Yay!
Help us, for we are pathetic and useless.
Obviously.
Help us, Jim. You're our only hope of bringing smiles to the faces of the viewers.
No more bean!
Oh, you've just brought frowns.
I'm sorry, I don't bring
think
smiles,
we
I
should
only
have
bring
brought
unhappiness and distaste. Okay, here's our standings. Let's get right into it. Losers bracket, get rid of that damn bean!
No! She wants to be in this stream.
No more beans!
But Jim, might I just suggest bean?
So Kamala Khan and Rogue, let's go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
See.
What do they know? What do they know?
Being perfect.
Oh, I actually mean, we're gonna see where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In Wakanda.
Oh, it's the place where all the buildings look like zebras.
Okay, so following from where we were last time with Kamala Khan, trying to deal with vibranium in the US.
Yeah.
I feel this can follow on somehow.
Yes.
So, my question then is how? Can we think of that?
So let's imagine that she did manage to fling the vibranium into the river, and then somehow later escape from the government, retrieve it, and she's trying to bring it back to Wakanda. Thing.
I guess it's an explanation.
Honestly, I'm doing like the biggest shrug here. Being privilege removed. It is a sad day.
Okay. So
Check
here
your bean privilege.
is where we are.
Check your being privilege.
Okay. So Rogue is there as well, and she's just come away from being murderized in a goalless village by some kind of...
She's being revived there.
Yes. Under your wire. So, shall we go ahead and roll some things? We
Yeah.
start to think about it based on that. So for Kamala Khan, let's have a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you can't even see the last one. So that's 10.
They appear to be numbers.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, never mind.
So
Think we have-
Kamala Khan
no,
gets
no
5
beep!
minutes.
God damn it.
The BP stands for Bean Astolfo, please.
Okay. Kamala Khan has 5-minute prep. What does Rogue get, and does Holly want to roll?
Okay.
Okay, 11. So similar, but she is unprepared. Rogue is unprepared.
Okay, so you said they only know their appearance, but these are characters from the same universe.
This is true.
So, Kamala Khan, being the nerdy fangirl that she is, most certainly knows who Rogue is and what her powers are.
That seems like a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
Because she knows, like, all the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
If she knows who Wolverine is, I don't see her not knowing who Rogue is.
I guess in a world where superheroes exist, it's like people who fangirl and fanboy over celebrities.
Yeah.
Very much so, yes.
Hi, Sky.
Hi, Skag.
Sky! Hi.
Too many beans spoil the pot. Thank you, Jess.
This is what happens if beans get into your cup of tea.
Yeah, don't encourage beans.
Okay.
Speaking of, by the way, the Asterix and Obelix thing I watched today was Asterix and in Britain, and the whole point of it is they were trying to bring the potion over to the Britons, but they lost it on the way, so they just put some weird Oriental spices they found en route into some potion.
Say, Sky, I'm in the same position.
To, like,
I know
trick
nothing of superheroes and comic books.
to thinking they had the potion, and that's how they invented tea.
I just
I
heard two
was
completely
so
different
mad.
conversations, and they were both silly.
Yes, they were. Sorry, I was just... I had to express that because I was...
No, it's okay. I mainly blame Holly. Okay.
Okay, so I think Kamala Khan has an advantage.
No, they didn't
in that-
invent testosterone, Sky. They invented tea.
They're not the same thing. What have I been
Okay.
drinking?
Okay.
Turns out Holly's the gruffest of us all.
You know, this does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Do you want me to say Tia?
Do you want me to say British tea in a mug with milk? Yes, I understand, Sky. Okay.
Yeah, he understands. He's just being a dick.
Yes, that is my entire role in this
It's
channel.
his entire personality. Don't worry.
Yes, I think you'll. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say. I am technically allowed to say the C word on Twitch, but I won't because I know it insults a lot of people. Don't like it.
I nearly just yelled it. I was just about to just be like, "Grr."
But that is what Ali called me one time, so you guys know.
Oh,
That is what my personality is.
okay. If there's time at the end of the stream, we should regale that story. If there's time.
Sure,
So,
I'll have to say
speaking
C
of
word a
time-
lot, though.
That's okay. We can give a warning.
I might just say C word. Still not as bad as the P word. Okay, right. Listen. Okay. No, okay, right. Let's get on topic. So,
Yeah, let's get on top of the
Kamala
PP.
Khan knows she's getting into a fight.
Yeah,
with Rogue.
with Rogue. So she's going to adapt her costume, which is somewhat easy for her.
She's going to basically try and cover her skin, right?
Mm-hmm. And her costume transforms with her, so...
And then is she just going to, waltz up and just squash her?
That's a valid tactic.
I mean, yeah, it's sort of like, well, what's Rogue gonna do?
Honestly, could just squash her, and if she can't move, she can't move.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Best thing
I
she
think...
could try to do is, tear the fabric to try and get at her skin.
Yeah, but if there's a foot the size of a building just on top of you and flattening you to the ground, I don't know if there's much she can do.
That's a good day for foot fetishes.
Holly.
No,
Holly.
that
Please.
goes against terms of service.
Damn it, Holly. Please don't nudge the paper. But, yeah, I think this is Rogue getting knocked out.
I think so.
In some ways, I'm kind of glad, because I'm kind of glad to just get a fight over quickly, but
Yeah,
Also, in
like,
theory, like Kamala Khan is walking up with a load of vibranium, like on her back or something,
oh,
and
potentially.
she could potentially just whack her with all the vibranium as well if she wanted.
She could just pull a Hulk.
Yeah,
The slam, 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 puny rogue.
yeah.
That would
What?
also do it. I
What
don't
she?
think there's much Rogue can actually do without being able to touch.
Yeah, that's kind of her
Honestly,
whole. That's her whole gambit, and the fact that she
a
wasn't able
whole
to get it
thing.
off in the last fight or this one has killed her.
Yeah, yeah. She's not had the opportunity, and Kamala Khan full well knows the risks of.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got distracted by Holly's comment.
I mean potentially, if Rogue had somehow managed to touch Kamala with that, then I think it would have completely swung.
Oh, it would have flipped completely.
But because she can't, she's just screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just Rogue. I think that's it. Yeah, Rogue is
Kamala.
just dead.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, Sky Rogue can drain life force from people and also absorb their powers. But in this case, Kamala Khan had 5 minutes of prep time, and because
And,
they're from the same
and she knows
universe, she
about
knew her
Rogue.
enemy and knows her powers. So she was just like, well, I'm just going to cover all my bare skin and just step on her.
Yeah, because Kamala Khan can like change her size so she's super big,
She's
and I just
probably
crush her.
more.
Yeah, that's it. It's pretty. Yeah,
So she just supersizes and smoosh.
it's just yeah. Bye, Rogue, and you're out of the fucking tournament.
Damn.
There we go. Yeah.
Interesting to have such a quick one.
It's interesting to mention that their Kamala is going to be facing either Black Panther or She-Ra, depending on which one of them loses.
Oh.
So now we've got to figure out Asterix and Wonder Woman, which I think is a very interesting one. So then, guys, shall we see where they are?
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I just need to get rid of Wakanda since we've had it before.
Do we count an enemy being lassoed as a loss?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in the fright zone.
Oh, so I'm going to have to defer to you a little bit with this, Ali, because I don't
That's
know
okay. I'm in the
a ton
fright
about
zone.
the Fright Zone.
Sorry, the fright zone sounds like a haunted house.
I mean,
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Jim. Is it during the Horde's occupancy of the fright zone, or is it when it's ruins? So is it in ruins, or are there active military people running around?
do you think that there being active military would interfere in the fight much?
Potentially, because it also means Hordak is there with like fucking massive laser cannons and tanks and shit.
I think it's potentially a bit more interesting if it is still Horde occupied.
Yeah, I think so too.
Could I get an explanation of what is going on?
Okay. Well, here's an image to maybe help you a little bit. Why don't you just describe the Fright Zone to the audience, Ali?
Okay, so the Fright Zone is the home base for the Horde on the planet of Etheria. So they are basically a sect of a intergalactic empire that have come here to conquer the planet. And they are technologically advanced. They have... Well, they have tanks, they have foot soldiers, they have... they are led by Hordak, who is a clone of Horde Prime. So he's just a very strong, very technologically minded, very imposing, intimidating figure.
Something I just wanted to comment on is I think that the stream is. I was wondering if the stream buffers at all.
It's fine on my end.
Okay. Something I was going to say is that both of these characters are kind of aesthetically appropriate for this place.
I was going to say they seem aesthetically appropriate to fight each other as well.
Yeah. So let's start having some rolls. But go on.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it says on the wiki, which is it exists within a barren wasteland, and it's full of broken down machines and pollution, comprised mainly of aging technology, pipes, piles of discarded junk situated within what appears to be a large crater. What you see in the image there. So basically, it's built out of the remains of the Horde ship that crashed there. So it's a crater and then built up from the ship's remains.
Right. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some rolls. So, Holly, would you like to do the rolls?
Yeah.
I think you have a better position for this. So this is Asterix's roll. I'm going to request another roll.
Why?
What was it?
I just think I'd like a little bit more rollage.
Oh, is that it? Did Holly just go?
They kind of dropped, yeah.
Holly does this.
But there we go, 7. So Asterix has a nerf and he's unprepared.
Ooh.
So roll for Wonder Woman, Holly. Holly.
Yeah.
Roll.
Yeah.
She has got 10. So she has not been nerfed or buffed, and she is prepared, but for 5 minutes.
Okay, so she doesn't actually know about the potion either, though, does she?
She just knows what her opponent looks like. So let's go ahead and roll the nerf.
Yeah.
Which is here, guys. Here we go. What's she getting? Ambushed. So Wonder Woman is ambushing Asterix.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
So in the fright zone, that essentially means that Asterix is walking down one of the corridor tunnels, and she just fucking comes from a side panel that he didn't even know was there.
Yeah. Okay. So keeping that in mind then, does this change things because if he doesn't get a chance to drink his potion, could she just cut him?
Sky, asking, will there be a villain tournament?
Oh yes. Yeah, we've got that. Yes, that is definitely coming. Yes.
Goes well, we might do more streams like this, and that's one we've considered doing.
Yeah.
This is definitely the first of many. We have a lot of other ones in planning processes.
Some stupid ones as well.
Basically, a very nice introduction to the concept of the tournaments.
So
here's
does this
the
become
thing.
the case? Yeah, can Asterix survive? That's what I need to ask you, Ali.
I think yes, because he is a well-versed swordsman. I think that if she's coming after him with the sword, he'll be able to fend her off just long enough to get the potion, probably.
Interesting suggestion, Sky.
I know one of those is Final Fantasy.
The only
thing... we did have one that was video game characters, and I think we need to break that up a bit. But we'll talk about that maybe after the tourney.
We might make that one video game pro tags.
That's what I was thinking.
The thing is, Ali, I'm inclined to disagree with you, simply because relative to Asterix, I think she's a lot faster than he is.
That's true. That is true.
And also the fact that she's ambushing him.
Yeah.
He's not expecting
Yeah.
it. I'm kind of like, could she potentially get some serious stabs on him before he has a chance to get at his potion?
Yeah.
So once again, with me saying that, I think she probably at least slashes him.
Yeah.
Is he going to survive that?
Depends on the kind of slash. Like, if she just like fucking cuts him in half or something, then he's not coming back from that. But,
I mean, remembering she is like a master of all weapons.
Yeah.
I get that. Like, don't worry. I understand that you like Asterix, but I'm just
No. Honestly, believe it or not, I'm trying not to be objective with these. I'm just thinking about whether he can actually survive.
I am genuinely thinking it as well, and I'm just like,
if he can survive, then drinking the potion will solve things for him. But if he just straight up dies, then he just straight up dies.
I think he might be a bit screwed in the situation because he rolled ambushed.
Yeah.
I think if he wasn't ambushed...
Honestly, I actually think that Wonder Woman would go around it a different way, and I think that would cause them to just straight up lose. She'd just come out and just fucking lasso him.
This is true. Yeah, if she's ambushing him... In fact, she has done that in many, many, many examples.
Yeah.
She ambushes her foes by lassoing them. So...
And I don't think... there's nothing he can do about that.
Yeah, I think he's screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think he loses there.
It's not... The denizens of the Fright Zone don't even become relevant.
No, which is probably good because you have like magic users and stuff.
And tanks.
Well, and tanks.
Yeah. I kind of like...
So, yeah.
I feel like this is a good moment for me to mention that I have seen a little bit of the footage of She-Ra in my in the new modern one in my like research for this, and
yeah.
I don't know, I was watching some of it and kind of had an instant I'm not sure if I like this kind of response, but the more I think about it, it is kind of this really strange and wacky thing that I could potentially enjoy. Because it's like a weird mix of like Mad Max, Steven Universe, and like old school 80s action cartoons. I don't know what to say, it's just maybe I might check it out.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, I think that's a win for Wonder Woman. Okay, so whoever loses between Genos and Neo will be going up against Wonder Woman. I'll be showing you guys that. This is the standings at the moment.
Okay.
So now we get to go to round 2 of the winners. Black Panther versus She-Ra.
Okay, now this one might be interesting.
I've got an auto mod.
One thing I forgot.
That is absolutely allowed, don't worry, Sky.
One thing I completely forgot. She-Ra's sword doesn't have to be a sword, she can turn it into all sorts of things.
This is true.
She can turn it into a fucking jug if she wants.
I don't think it was particularly relevant to the last fight, but yes.
No, it just occurred to me that she can make a lasso as well and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's
like I don't know if it's going to be relevant here, it just occurred to me that I completely forgot about that.
I mean, yeah, in a clip I saw, she like swung her sword and like 3 people got tied up by like energy ropes.
Yep.
So, pretty useful ability, really. But hey, let's see where they are, shall we? Spin, spin, spin.
Spin, spinny, spin, spinny, spin, 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 spin.
Okay. Okay. So, what happens is that Black Panther, he needs to get back home somehow, right? So, he's getting the train.
Is he fighting?
Wait, why is he in New York? He had to get a plane to New York, I guess. He has to go to a different airport, so he has to get a train on the subway to get to the different airport. Or something.
No, they moved his personal jet when the fight started. And now he has to just get a subway to his personal jet.
So there was a UN meeting in New York? I guess.
I love how we've got like this continuation of Black Panther and why he's in America.
And why he's fed up with the stupid country.
I think you would be at this point, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And we have no idea why She-Ra's here.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but don't worry, she is somehow here. Having won the fight, the Gauls try to send her back to the place where she comes from, but they screwed up the ritual, and she just appears on the New York subway.
And why are they fighting? That doesn't have to be a good reason. Just we need a reason.
She just bumped into him as like the train stopped.
I'm thinking she's like confused and mistakes. Being that he's a big cat man, she thinks that he is some kind of horde member.
Yeah. It's like some shitty kid did a spray painting on him whilst he was in the subway, and it now looks like he has the horde icon.
Yes, so here's our scenario, basically. So, would Holly like to roll some dice again?
Yes.
Before you do, let me just transition to the dice.
Oh, it's an empty subway.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm imagining this happening like at the middle of the night. Okay,
yeah,
12. Black Panther's rolled a 12.
There's going to be like 1 or 2 people there.
So he's buffed and prepared.
Oh yeah, so there's one guy there, and he's like he's wearing makeup.
Wait,
and,
no,
and
dressed like a clown.
And then there's these 3 rich guys from Wall Street. Could you roll for She-Ra as well, please? Make sure they're all can be seen. So 8. Okay, so she's actually rolled a nerf.
Yeah.
They're both prepared, but she's getting nerfed.
What's the nerf then?
Let's have a look. She is going to get a nerf.
And one rat dragging a pizza up the stairs.
Enemy.
Oh god, it's Horde Prime, didn't we say?
Oh god. Just give me one moment. Oh boy.
Indeed we do live in a society.
We live in a special society.
So basically, Horde Prime got in touch with Black Panther to warn him She-Ra was coming to kill him. And promised backup. So that's why Black Panther's fighting.
So, here's our scenario.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of my little Horde Prime?
Fun fact, he's not actually going to be actually present in the fight.
He looks like Goth Legolas.
Oh no! Can we bring up that Legolas image? I don't know if that's possible, but can we?
I don't have the image to do that with, but don't worry, we'll probably have Legolas in a future stream anyway.
Yes, and that has to be the image. It's the you fucking what, mate? Image.
But please use the specific image you're talking about.
That image is so horrific. Oh, we don't even know what we're talking about, but look, well, you'll see in future. Okay.
Okay.
So is Horde Prime like possessing people in the subway?
No, because remember he chips people to do that first. He will literally be teleporting down his warriors.
Okay. Right.
Are the clones of him who are as strong as Hordak. So basically they've got massive arm cannons and are very intelligent. And will literally die for their cause. Like, happily.
Okay.
They are indoctrinated as fuck.
But she has dealt with these characters before.
Oh yeah, somewhat easily.
Somewhat easily. Okay.
So basically, these guys are going to be like just blasting shit, but this subway is gonna get wrecked, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It's just gonna get wrecked.
So to clarify, they're on the train.
Nothing new for the New York subway.
Okay, so she ported in to the opposite end of the carriage, and she's seen the Hordak clones, the Horde Prime clones. Oh, hold on, my takeaway.
Yes, Guy, that is the regular state of the New York City subway. You are correct. Yes. We will allow Allie to go and get her food. Yes. So. Okay, something that Holly, right?
Yeah.
Something I want you to understand about Black Panther, right? It doesn't have all that much in the way of like destructive ability.
Yeah.
He can't really cause explosions for the most part.
Mm.
Can't really do like much in the way of ranged attacks. But his claws are made out of this stuff called vibranium that basically can cut through anything.
I'm pretty sure I'm vaguely aware of what vibranium is, just because I'm sure you and Allie talked about it before. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I was just explaining to Holly about like the vibranium claws.
I've not watched much MCU either, and I generally find it boring.
To give you a bit of context for Black Panther as well, he has been shot at by a helicopter machine gun.
Yeah.
And is just stood there as if it wasn't hurting at all.
Mm-hmm.
So his suit is incredibly tough.
Not just that, he just turned and looked at it like, come on, guys.
Yeah, he gave it a look, just like, what
the fuck are you doing?
I think he was almost just turning around to see what it was. He was like, oh, it's a helicopter.
Yeah, and then he just ignored it.
Yeah, completely unfazed. In the entirety of Civil War, he was not at any point challenged. The only reason that anyone was able to deal with him, because the only way that anyone dealt with Black Panther in Civil War was by running away.
Mm-hmm. Or just zapping him repeatedly.
True,
he's
that was the
a
only
superpowered
example.
furry. What you gotta do is cover yourself in body paint and run at him. Furries run from that shit all the time.
Oh god,
He's the least fur-covered furry I've ever seen.
He has no fur.
He has no fur. And he's actually very hairless.
It's true. Maybe he's prepared for the body paint attack.
It does, yeah. It essentially absorbs kinetic energy, stores it, and then it causes like a kinetic explosion, which he can release basically whenever he wants. Mm-hmm. However, when it comes to other types of energy attacks, such as electricity, it's actually quite weak to that. Which she has access to. She has energy slashes and things.
She has its magic slashes.
It's actually magic.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be completely undefended by that then.
Yeah, I'm honestly. She has prep time, and he has prep time.
Yeah.
So
I think
5
he's
minutes
probably
prep.
informed by her Horde Prime has probably explained to him what his enemy, what she's capable of.
And I think the most in-character way for her to be prepared is he was being prepared then, that she had actually come a bit ahead of time for what they expected, and she was there listening from beyond the next carriage door and just going, and knowing that she has to fight him.
Yeah, in comparison, it's probably like one of Horde Prime's lackeys who's talking to Black Panther and explaining the situation.
Yeah.
The question
Do you
is...
think?
Sorry, go on.
Do you think that there would be an initial fight between one of Horde Prime's clones and Black Panther and making contact bit? Because this superhero stuff always has that. I'm just wondering, does She-Ra get to see anything like that, or does she just see man in suit?
I think that normally, with many superheroes, would probably be like, who are you? But because it's him, he has a bit of a history of fighting now and talking later.
Yeah.
So maybe he is kind of delayed and wastes some of his time.
Wait, I think I know what would happen. They'd teleport down and then attempt to make contact. He would see them and immediately use his claws to just destroy one of their arm cannons and force them to stand down, even though they already were.
Yeah, probably. So I think he wastes a little bit of time there, and then they're explaining, no, we come in peace, we're here to help you, to fight a dangerous opponent that's coming to kill you.
Okay.
And yeah, and
So-
she overhears it, and actually I thought of a brilliant way that she can overhear it.
Yeah.
So Black Panther is in the conductor's room. I don't.
Oh, it's just over the tannoy.
Yeah, they could just hear. She could just hear it over the.
See, I was just thinking that she'd be in the next carriage and just sort of peering through the door because they do see each other.
They know what each other look like. Yeah, but to be honest, I didn't really necessarily think of that having to be like a.
A hard fast rule.
I didn't think of it like I just sort of assumed that they know. So they're either described. They get described to them, or they see a picture or something.
So does that mean that like Black Panther's there saying that, like saying stuff about his suit or something? I don't know, because I mean,
I don't.
What
know.
does she know about him?
I think I can imagine him. So Horde Prime would probably say something like, she has a sword that allows her to fire magical blasts that you will not be able to defend yourself from. So
Okay.
she will be hearing that too, and therefore knowing that he's going to be dealing with that. I imagine that Black Panther's probably going to try and get on top of the train. I think he'll probably do that in an attempt to ambush her by smashing through one of the windows. Because he's going to want to try and like get into melee. He's going to want to like make it so that this gets into a close combat situation.
Yeah. I think what She-Ra would probably do is get to the opposite end of the train before the fight starts, turn into She-Ra, or she'd probably already be She-Ra, considering events and things, and she would either send an energy blast like just straight down the train, or she would wait, no, I know what she'd do. She has a thing where she can just stab the ground and just set off this massive shockwave blast, and she might just do that to stop the train.
If she does that, won't she just destroy the train?
I mean, potentially.
Also, I think we entertained that there's one or two people aboard. Not like a lot of people, but like 3 people. So...
Okay. In that case, you would not do that.
Okay.
Wait, does she know there are people here? Because so far she's just come here and she's like, blah.
I guess she...
Like, is she aware of the other people?
I think she would probably have enough time to at least notice that there's one person aboard.
Okay.
Um,
She
since they basically both have the prep, and then because they both have 5 minutes aboard before they actually get into a fight.
Okay, in that case, if there are civilians aboard, I know what she would do. She would cut a hole in one end of the train and go onto the tracks. Because she
Okay.
knows that Horde Prime is trying to get the fight to happen. So she'd take it away from civilians.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Mm.
But does she know that more trains will come?
No. She will not do this.
Oh boy. This actually reminds me somewhat of the end of Black Panther, where there's like trains flashing by them while they're fighting.
Honestly, though, she could probably stop a train if it hit her.
Really?
Yeah, probably. One of the lines in the last season is someone having a go at her going, "We don't throw tanks at our friends." Because she just casually like lifted up a tank to yeet at someone. She can
Okay.
probably stop a train.
I will just say, in case you have a little bit of a misconception here, while trains don't have as much in the way of metal thickness or overall weight compared to tanks, they move considerably faster.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking is I don't know if she's dealt with things moving at that speed off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of wonder if she'll be at least temporarily pushed by it.
maybe. Oh, yeah, she'll get pushed back a bit, but I think ultimately she'd stop the train.
Yeah. I imagine
Or it
just
would
that
hit her and
all
she
of
would wind up in the train.
there'd be this like terrible screeching sound as the tracks and the wheels just scratch against each other. As this like straining against her. And eventually that would just cause the engine to to break.
Yeah. I think yeah. So if she comes out of the train, how do Black Panther and everyone would Black Panther take charge, do you think?
I think he would go, well, I've got to still try and get into close combat range. He's got to get as close as possible. I think that he's probably going to try and stealth this.
Probably.
And while it's not exactly his specialty,
Yeah.
he does
hang
have
on,
the colours for it.
I'm just checking because I want to check if She-Ra has magic sight or if I'm remembering wrongly.
That would be very relevant if she does.
Exactly.
I'm just searching myself for Black Panther stealth abilities. I don't know how much he has in the way of stealth ability. No, something relatively relevant is that Black Panther can see in the dark. I don't know if she can do that. I don't.
I mean, another thing is She-Ra can just glow, so she can just light the subway up.
Okay. Okay. This has become a bit of a questionable one, hasn't it? Because it's just sort of like...
Oh no, I just realised something.
What?
Black Panther would go for stealth. However, Horde Prime
Mod is back.
are the most grandstandy bastards you'll ever meet.
What?
Like, he regularly sends holograms of himself in to taunt people.
Right.
And he likes to, like, lord things over them. Like, he likes to actually pronounce that he is here, and that he will destroy you, for he is mighty.
And that will distract her while Panther is sneaking up on her?
Either that or completely ruin his stealth.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
Question: how do you pronounce his name?
T'Challa.
Horde Prime or T'Challa?
Okay.
I'm looking him up, and just in terms of his abilities. Apparently, he can like smell her, like a prey scent.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily all that relevant, but I'm just sort of thinking about this.
Oh my god, I've just realised that in terms of his physical threats, he's very much like Katra in the way he fights.
Yes.
She is very used to fighting someone like him.
Yeah, although is he worse?
In terms of his suit, yes, but also her sword is made of magic and can't be broken now. Like, it could be broken before because she broke it, but now she's got an indestructible weapon.
Okay.
Essentially.
I mean, I won't really question that, but the only thing I'm thinking about is that, has it gone up against Vibranium before?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's gone up against spaceships and things.
Okay, that's pretty serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really need to entertain whether or not the sword could be damaged by his claws, because I don't think that's particularly relevant. I think really the only way that T'Challa / Black Panther is going to win is if he can sneak up on her and basically claw her throat out. If he can't do that, he's going to die.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it because, honestly, she's just gonna light the place up. And Horde Prime soldiers are just gonna go in blasting. It just depends if he can slip past her or not. But she might just do AOE's and shit if she can't find him.
Yeah, I think she just has more options. More abilities, and he doesn't have much in the way to defend himself.
Yeah, just one blast from her, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Really? Because it's just well, this is just magic. You have no defense.
I think that's a win for She-Ra then.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Here's where we are in the standings. So let's move on to Genos and Neo.
Yes.
Which has got to be one of the coolest fights I've ever conceived of.
Yeah, this is at least going to look amazing.
This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Let's spin the wheel.
She-Ra's doing better than I anticipated.
I think
she's a funny location.
Pretty powerful.
She is, and I think
Amazon warehouse.
Oh god.
Amazon warehouse.
I can't think of a more appropriate one than.
Actually, yeah.
It's kind of appropriate for Neo. It's kind of appropriate for Genos. It works.
So I'm just imagining that Genos has gone there because Saitama's parcel is lost.
So then,
Bandit, it's chips. You don't want it. She's giving me the mother, please.
She's a cat. Look. If it's food, the cat wants it.
So, immediately, what is your thoughts, Allie?
Whew. Well.
Okay.
And it's in the Matrix, right?
So it's a Matrix version of
an Amazon
warehouse.
What are their buffs and debuffs?
Let's have a look. Take the dice.
Okay.
Don't roll them yet. Don't roll them yet. Okay, there you go. Neo has gotten 12. Sorry,
Okay.
no, Genos has. Genos has gotten 12.
Okay.
And Neo has gotten... only 8. So they're both
Oh.
paired, but Neo has been nerfed.
That might wind up being appropriate.
Yes. So, let's look at the nerfs then. We have yet to roll a buff, which I want to just point out, statistically
Or a twist.
speaking, or a twist, but twists are very unlikely. But statistically speaking, buffs are just as likely as nerfs. So they've just been unlucky so far. So then, guys, let's go ahead and roll up what Neo's nerf is. He is misinformed about Genos. What would be an appropriate... we did say before that we could sometimes just have the misinformation being that he thinks he's fighting a different opponent.
He just thinks he's fighting an agent.
So he thinks he's just going to be fighting some agents. I suppose that's fine.
Yeah.
So...
It's an agent who's just dressed differently.
Okay.
But like, oh wow, they're not even trying to hide it now, he thinks.
They're not even trying to hide the fact that they're machines. Okay. Right. Taking that into account, Genos will look at Neo and be able to analyze him. But what will he get?
Oh god. It just won't make sense. I mean, like, these readings... What? Do you remember when they were looking at the readings of Neo when he was in the Matrix at the end of the first film?
Yeah. On that basis...
And they were just sort of scrambling and going weird and glitching? That's just what he's going to see.
I want to clarify something for you then. If that's the case, that's going to cause Genos to freak out. Because the only other situation where that's happened is when he looked at Saitama.
Oh no!
So he's going to look at Neo and think he's dealing with another Saitama.
I mean, in the Matrix canon, that's kind of his role.
Yeah, he is kind of the most powerful.
So it's not even that inaccurate.
If One Punch Man was made in the early 2000s.
Poor Sky's not seen it. Sky and Hollywood get along.
Oh yeah. You're both nerds who haven't seen anything.
No, I have seen The Matrix.
You've seen The Matrix 1.
I've seen Matrix 1. They made us watch it in school.
Matrix 2 is better. But then Matrix 3 is pretty weird. Sorry, what?
Most Matrix fans pretend that there was never any other second or third movie. It was just the first one.
I like the second movie.
I like the second movie, but most of the fans hated it.
Huh.
But that car chase.
I mean, that car chase, that fight with all the Agent Smiths.
Those two things alone warrant its existence.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you took the first movie very seriously, I disrespect you as a human being. If you don't think it's pure 90s cheese by now, don't know what to say to you. Did it even come out in the 90s? It feels 90s.
Or early 2000s, like 2001.
Right. It feels kind of
No,
90s.
1999 I think it came out.
Okay.
But, yeah. Oh, now Tom has returned.
Yeah. Well,
Do you have a plant, Tom?
Yes,
what?
this is a plant.
Tom has a plant.
I have a plant.
Is
You
he going
trying
to
to
smoke
supplant
the
him?
plant?
No, I'm just trying to.
No, he's not going to smoke it.
It's not that sort of plant. I don't do that.
Not anymore. Not like he used to.
Not ever.
Really, Sky? I did not know that. That's weird. But okay. Genos probably freaking out at his opponent,
Mm-hmm.
and Neo just thinking that he's facing a regular agent in an Amazon warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think happens here? I'm a bit bemused.
What? How the fight's gonna go?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I don't even know what to... Because Genos is going to probably want to avoid this fight, because he probably just thinks he's going to lose.
Hmm.
Not tomorrow.
Whereas, I don't know, I guess Neo is on the pursuit?
Check out that email.
Wait, so Genos is just running away?
I mean, probably, yeah. Because he thinks that he basically thinks that if Neo just gets a single touch on him, he's dead. That's what he thinks. If he's looking at Neo and he's getting like, this person's readings are too high for me to measure, oh no, that means I'm dealing with Saitama, but I guess he's a Lebanese dude instead.
That's for you, Tom.
So yeah, I guess Janos is like flying around the Amazon warehouse trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Neo is going to try and jump at him?
Or fly at
Or
him.
fly at him, yeah, you can fly too.
Which probably is going to make Genos be like, oh no!
This guy can fly! Oh no, he's even more powerful than Saitama!
Oh no!
I imagine he gets his like first hit on, and Genos will be like, oh. Okay. So like, I guess...
Either that, or he's going to do a weird machine affecting thing on him.
Oh god,
Wait.
that's a point!
Yeah.
Neo can affect machines.
Mm.
He could basically...
How many machines are going to be in Amazon warehouse?
Stop the fight. It's over. It's completely over. It's completely Neo's win. This is this is completely one-sided. Neo just turns off Genos's all of his machine parts.
Oh yeah,
it's over. There's no way. It's completely. Yeah, it's over. Neo wins.
Yeah. Neo wins.
Yeah.
I just came to that conclusion and I realised, oh yeah, that's completely over. No way. Okay, guys.
Genos flies off and Neo switches him off. And he just falls down dead.
Yeah. So, there's the standings now, guys.
Shira versus Neo. Ooh.
That will be what we will be going up with. Those are our current winners so far. And then we have in the losers bracket Genos versus Kamala Khan.
And Black Panther versus Wonder Woman.
Now, Genos vs Kamala Khan I actually find pretty interesting because Genos has the firepower to kill Kamala Khan. So,
He does.
unlike her previous opponents, it's now somebody that can actually
Just straight up
deal with her.
But also, he's not from a comic book, so she would.
Yeah, he is.
He is, but it's a Japanese one.
Yeah.
That's still a comic book.
It's still a comic book. Need to get rid of the Amazon warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Which didn't really get
It's
trashed.
a comic, it's just Japanese, it's a manga. It's the same thing.
No, it didn't really affect much, but Jeff Bezos just lost millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't notice, like, you know. But...
No, he didn't notice.
Oh
but
boy!
What?
But
So Genos and Kamala Khan are fighting on the Death Star?
yeah.
Well,
That's interesting.
Is that because,
Why are they there?
Dun, 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 dun.
get in the stream. Look, can one of you tell me to relay something to Tom, because he keeps trying to weigh in, but he's literally only hearing my side of the conversation. And he's trying to sort of guesstimate from that what's happening.
Okay, well, tell Tom this. He either gets in the stream or he gets the fuck out.
Totally not true.
Jim says get in the stream or get the fuck out.
That's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
Lies.
Okay. This is some nonsense. Shall
It's alright, you've got
we
one of me, she'll
have
follow you up.
some rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's roll for Genos, Holly. And, roll now. Ten.
Wait, who's this roll for?
Genos.
Okay.
He's prepared, not nerfed or buffed. Now roll for Kamala Khan.
Sorry. I keep wanting to call Kamala Khan Kamala Harris.
No.
No. I have the reverse problem.
Ooh. She is also prepared and she's buffed.
Ooh, is this the first buff?
The first buff. She might need it.
Potentially, yeah.
Let's go to buffs, my friends.
Oh god, the ship will be full of stormtroopers though, won't it?
Yeah, and potentially have Darth Vader about it too. Know thy enemy.
Oh shit, so she just knows about him.
She knows what Genos is capable of.
She's watched the anime!
She's watched One Punch Man.
Yes.
She knows what she. So, to clarify, guys, with Know Thy Enemy, she knows the basics of the character from somebody who has casually watched the media associated with him. So, she doesn't necessarily know all the really obscure information about Genos. But she knows the
All the
basic
general
gist.
stuff?
So, yes. This is the situation we're dealing with now. So she knows what she's getting into. Whereas Genos only has his 5-minute prep and knows what she looks like.
So, he doesn't know that she sort of transforms.
He doesn't know that, yeah. He doesn't know that she's able to transform.
Oh my god, she's just...
They never
she's
hit
just
anyone, but enough of them in your way would be annoying. Like a room full of bowling pins.
Wait, what the hell? Why are you talking about bowling pins?
Sorry, someone has pointed out that they're not really an issue as they don't hit anyone. Stormtroopers?
Oh, yeah. Do you know that in canon...
Yeah, but all of them would be annoying.
In canon, they're supposed to be ridiculously good shots.
Yeah.
But in the
saw
films, they suck.
An image somebody made that's an overlay of the Stormtrooper helmet and a person's face. The eye holes don't line up with the person's eyes right.
That's really funny.
That's why they're bad shots. They can't properly see.
Okay. So,
Not that much, Tom.
Ali, you tell me.
Yeah?
You tell me what you think Kamala will do.
I think... Are we assuming that neither character knows shit about the Death Star, or is there some kind of basic understanding of what it is, or...
No, they don't know their environment.
They don't understand the amount. Okay.
Other than just what they can into it.
Okay.
Or they can get off intuition just from their surroundings, looking around.
Okay, so she's going to play it very slow and carefully. So she will probably morph into a stormtrooper
Yeah.
and take her time to learn the environment.
Sure. Genos is not gonna really be all that capable of being subtle.
Uh-huh.
I mean, most likely the stormtroopers are going to try and kill him if they see him because they will look at him and think he's some kind of threat.
Hasn't she checked she's done with her voice? So she,
In which case, that means he's probably going to be having to blast stormtroopers that he comes across.
Honestly, I think the most likely thing for her to do to try and win is to morph into some part of the environment and just wait, like wait for a fight to happen and then just try and take him out like that.
Do you know what she could do? I don't know if you remember in just A New Hope. But there's a part where Chewie, they've like cuffed him and they're pretending to be two stormtroopers walking him to prison. And then this little tiny droid on wheels like drives up to them and Chewie like screams at it and it like goes it gets scared and runs away. I'm just imagining her taking the form of one of those little droids, making
That would be
herself
perfect.
seem to
She
be
can do that.
harmless. And then, like, while Genos is busy blasting some stormtroopers, she can, like, get the jump on him.
Yeah.
But what's she going to actually do to him? Because, I mean, his like, gear and his cybernetics is pretty strong.
Okay, she is technically clever and understands computers and tech quite a bit. She's even a bit of a hacker at times. And she can shrink down to Ant-Man size. Do you remember Ant-Man fucking around in Tony Stark's suit?
Yeah. I was thinking, could she do something like that?
She could. I'm thinking that would be what she would probably try and do. Because she doesn't have the space to get big here.
Okay. I agree with you. I think that makes sense. However, there's a big problem that she's going to come across at that point.
Yeah?
So, Genos is going to start getting readings saying that he's been invaded by a foreign body that's destroying him from the inside. And he's going to be able to identify that it's her.
Yeah.
At which point, he will do what he always does whenever he's losing a fight and resort to self-destruct.
Oh, wow.
So, my question at that point is... Can the explosion from his self-destruct is pretty huge. I wonder if she can get away fast enough to not die. I mean, I guess that she could heal through it if she doesn't get hurt soon. Because the thing is, I think if she's right next to the explosion, she's going to get annihilated.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She knows the character. She'll know that this is a thing he does.
This is true. So she'll probably be thinking that. Maybe she even activates it if she's able to.
Yeah.
And
oh my
then,
god, she can mimic his voice. It's voice activated.
It is voice activated.
She'll just fucking blow him up.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
To be fair, actually, I want
And
to
we've
clarify.
talked about
I've
it
been
about
saying
5
that it's
minutes,
voice activated. He always says it, so it might not actually be voice activated, but he does always say it. Either way, we take the worst case scenario and it's not voice activated and she needs to activate it from the inside. Can she activate it, give herself enough time to run away, and then just sneak away, let him explode?
Honestly, if she can just get as far away as possible, grow to as big a size as possible, because the bigger she is, the more tough and resilient she is. And then and obviously the blast will be reduced in severity for each level of the Death Star it goes through.
Yeah. I think that,
So she might just
Are
be
we
able
going
to
to blow
survive.
up the Death Star again?
yeah, we're blowing up the Death Star again.
Yes, we're blowing up the Death Star again.
Okay.
But I think she could get far enough away to just hang on. And at that point, she can survive. Because she'll just
I do
go back
think
to
she would
normal.
survive too.
Heal.
I think whether or not she would find an appropriate room to get as big as possible is going to be a matter of luck. But even if she's somewhat unlucky and can't find a particularly big room, I think she'll still be okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be...
No moon, it's a boom.
So I actually think, yeah, that would probably be a Kamala win.
Yeah, which I did not expect.
No, yeah, I think under normal circumstances, say if they were just an open field, where she was not able to make utility of being able to disguise herself and things, I think he'd probably be able to blast her to death, and she wouldn't be able to do much about it. But this is not how the fight has gone.
If this had happened in the Gorlick village, she'd be dead.
Oh yeah, it'd be over.
It'd be over. Like there's nothing she can do against that.
Yeah, but
it didn't.
But it didn't go that way this time.
No, but that's how this works, really.
That is a win for Kamala.
Again, I did not think she could beat Genos.
Genos' lost streak continues. Yeah.
He does have a tendency to lose.
Yeah.
But at least it's in
That's why
character
he
for
needs
him.
Saitama. Like. Yeah.
So that means it's going to be Kamala Khan versus She-Ra or Neo, right?
No, because it's going to be Black Panther or Wonder Woman have to face Kamala Khan.
Okay.
And then whoever wins that fight will be facing She-Ra or Neo.
Right, okay.
Though we are down to our last 5 contenders here, as 3 of them have been knocked out.
I've only just heard of what Kamala Khan could do today, and it seems like she can do everything.
She's not able to produce laser beams or control mines or fly. She has limitations.
Yeah, she's a polymorph, which means she's essentially a shapeshifter, but her powers are more focused on weird stretchiness, but she can shapeshift.
Where is the fight happening this time? Oh. Okay.
Backrooms?
So,
Dr. Eggman has an announcement to make.
what? I am concerned.
Okay, chat. What is this?
For people who do not know what the backrooms are...
Like me.
Oh, the back rooms. Have you got the actual image for these?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wait, no. Jim, you explained it to me, didn't you?
Yes, I did. So...
Okay, remember that.
So this is a creepypasta liminal spaces thing.
Holly, I'll let you explain it because you understand it better than I do. Holly?
No, the best thing to do is show the image.
Well, okay, sure.
I mean,
I've got
I
the
can
image
try
sort
and
of-
get the original post and read that.
I've got, I think, an appropriate image there.
Okay.
Basically, the way it works, though, is you no clip out of reality and you end up here in
It's
the
so-
back rooms.
It's sort of like the idea that you're in some sort of video game reality and you've somehow clipped
Yeah.
through the world.
And you kind of
Into infinite offices.
Yes, basically
You're just in
infinite
this
opposite,
infinitely.
infinite like empty, crappy apartment rooms.
Also, this is a very interesting matchup.
It is. So
I think chat's just gone off on its own little weird tangent. So we mere mortals cannot understand.
okay, I this has gone. Yeah, that whatever is happening in chat.
You know what? I'm
guys have
going
gone
to
insane.
post
Too big brain for us.
the original Backrooms image in our Discord.
Are you talking? Please do not talk about Sonic in chat. Sonic lore is not allowed in chat. Okay?
Oh no. Jim, you don't know these two. You don't know what you've done.
Don't make me mod you.
What, me?
Not you, Allie.
Yeah.
But Holly, I'm going to want you to roll some stuff. Rayman is okay.
Oh god, no. Jim, you've made it worse.
Pass me the
You've
dice.
just said to Jess. Oh no.
So, okay, let's get some rolls. Let's roll for Black Panther. Go. Okay, 13. So he's unprepared, but he's buffed.
Buff. I always like getting buffs and debuffs. It's fun to see what.
And Holly?
Okay.
Holly, I want you to roll for Wonder Woman as well.
Okay, Sky, just so you know, my NSFW filter censored the word cowards.
What? And 10 for Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman gets that 5-minute prep, but is not nerfed or buffed.
Okay.
So, what does Black Panther get as his buff?
Ooh, this could be interesting.
Oh, gets
Oh.
1 day prep.
He wins. No. Okay, so Black Panther is essentially just African Batman in a lot of ways.
True.
In fact, in a lot of matchups against Batman, Black Panther just wins.
Really.
Yeah.
I don't know about that necessarily, but because I haven't seen the examples, but
Yeah.
I just kind of wonder.
Basically, he
what-
has everything that Batman has, almost down to a T, but better.
So, I mean, do you think that he can sort of bring along, like, bigger, better weapons to deal with Wonder Woman? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, and not just that, but he can legit have tech developed specifically to counter her within a day.
This is true. Yeah. He doesn't necessarily know everything she's capable of doing,
Yeah. I
but
was
she
gonna
he
say-
has the prep. The prep time.
Yeah.
Because of the location of the environment, they probably weren't prepared to fight each other here. But he
No,
knew who
they're
the
not
enemy
prepared for
was
the
if he was going to
environment.
fight her.
He knows what she looks like, and he has a day prep. He doesn't know where he's going to be fighting her.
He probably, upon looking at her, do you think he'll be like, this looks like a fucking Asgardian? Do you think he'll prep as if he's fighting an Asgardian?
That's a reasonable assumption, and it's not an incorrect sort of approximation.
No. So, he's probably expecting some weird magic bullshit.
Yeah,
But he won't know what kind of magic bullshit.
yeah, accurate, yeah. So,
He'll probably go, yeah, I need to stay out of the fist fight.
yeah. Although, even in a fist fight, I don't think he's actually in too bad a situation.
No, but he knows the sort of... Okay, here's the thing. One of the
obviously,
only...
she specializes in that, though.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things is she clearly specializes in it.
Yeah.
He has made like invisible suits before that are still just as tough.
Yeah.
Honestly, got 1 day prep. He's just gonna bring all the tech, and basically, as soon as he's in that fight, his entire environment will be working to him. Because he'll have all the tiny gadgets flying around everywhere, all the tiny little traps here and there. Like, he's just going to incapacitate her real quick.
Yeah. She's really fast, probably faster than he is, but I think
But he's also going to be not detectable. He's just going to be there and then disappear, and then he's just going to fucking lace everything.
Oh my god. Sorry, chat is going mental once again. But okay. I think I have to agree that I think Wonder Woman has the physical advantage, but I think that's the only advantage she has.
Yeah. I was going to, just before you rolled, I was going to say if he rolls 1 day prep, he just wins, because it's almost like giving 1 day prep to Batman.
Yeah.
It's just, he's got too many resources, he's too intelligent, and he can develop shit way too quickly.
He's also
like, if you give him
backed up by also other very intelligent people, such as his sister.
Yeah, like, he's just, like, I don't see a way he could prep for a day to fight someone and,
And lose. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. Oh, and, sorry, I'm just going to... while I'm going to have Black Panther there as winner, I feel like this is probably a relevant moment for me to say that I did completely steal this idea.
Yes.
I won't be specific about who I stole it from, but yeah, I did steal this idea.
All good ideas are theft.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Wait, Kamala Khan versus Black Panther again?
Yes.
Well, round 2.
Rematch.
That was the first round.
So, next up it's She-Ra and Neo?
Yes.
So where are they fighting?
Let's have a look. Gotta remove the back rooms.
Oh, giant ball pit dimension, please, giant ball pit dimension.
The giant ball pit dimension sounds silly.
I know.
Plane!
They're on a plane!
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Where are they going?
Oh god, She-Ra's an idiot.
What? Okay. Do you think that she's going to like...
No, she's just going to crash the plane.
Oh god.
No, they're not flying the plane.
No,
They're just on a passenger plane.
She will cause it to crash.
She would just cause it to crash. Yeah, I can imagine that as well.
She will just do a stupid magic blast and then get sucked out the window and go...
Okay, might be getting a bit preemptive here, but just allow me to...
Oh no, that doesn't necessarily mean that she loses, it just means that the fight is now in the air.
Yeah, because I mean, he can fly.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the basic situation that we're dealing with. Fight on plane.
Okay. Let's see the rolls.
Yeah, let's get some rolls, Holly. Could you roll for She-Ra first? 13. She's unprepared and buffed.
But buffed. Uh-oh. That could be interesting.
And roll for Neo. Whoa! 4. So he is... We had nearly had a 1-1-1 there. Not quite.
Ooh.
So we have 4, so he is prepared. He has 5 minutes prep.
But he's nerfed.
But he's nerfed. Okay.
Ooh.
So, let's roll She-Ra's buff first.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah. What?
I'm saying if we make a lot of these streams, I might make us a special set of D6 to use.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what prep... Sorry, what buff does She-Ra get?
Rather than D6s, Holly, you could just make specialized dice for
Oh!
this. Berserker Rage!
Oh, God.
She is crashing this plane!
She is totally
Yeah.
destroying this plane. We have an example of Berserker Rage from the series.
Yeah. Her power is going to be OP here, and she's not going to care about casualties.
And Neo is having an off day.
Okay.
Having an off day. Neo is having an off day. So basically what we mean by that is he's having... Like, think of the scenes in The Matrix in which Neo performed as badly as he ever does in the series. So that's basically as bad as he's going to be.
What's an example of that?
An example of that would be, for example, when he's trying to hit Morpheus and failing.
Oh, yeah, so... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, this is actually going to be difficult because basically this has crippled his skill level.
Yeah.
Like, this has affected his ability... No, this hasn't affected his talent, but it's affected his skill.
Basically, yes.
She-Ra is primarily a powerful character. She doesn't have much skill. But right now, she has just poured everything into the power.
Yeah.
So, my thinking is that this is the sort of thing where, honestly, you need to outwit her because she's just so strong. So you need to be like, oh, okay, so we need to just deal with this in a sneaky way because overpowering her's not going to work.
Yeah.
Because she can just AoE wave from herself. She doesn't even need to aim at you.
Yeah, that's the things that she's probably going to do, is just cause this...
So what does AoE mean?
It means area of effect.
Like, she's just going to send out waves of magical blasts.
It's shorthand
from her.
for saying, like, you're not targeting a single opponent, you're targeting a whole area.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can dodge it.
Well, I mean, it's
If
like
you're
you
in
could
plane.
potentially, but you have to have ridiculous dodging ability to do that. Which Neo does have, but he's having an off day.
He's having an off day.
I think he's going to just die.
Yeah.
I think he's... Yeah. In this scenario, I mean, I think she might be kind of screwed along the line as well, because she's crashing this plane, most
With
likely
no
into
survivors.
the ocean or into the land below. No survivors.
Yeah, honestly, the way I see this fight is they're just stood looking at each other in the aisle. She just fucking screams, and like this massive magic blast just comes from her and goes in all directions. Starts absolutely annihilating the fucking plane. He just gets fucking knocked down, and before the plane just completely breaks apart, she just fucking stabs him.
I mean, if I'm to go off the clip that I saw, when she actually was berserker raging in the show, she accidentally, through pulling her sword out of the ground, caused this huge line of giant icicle spikes to appear. I'm inclined she could do very much a similar thing to the plane, and just basically loads of the plane metal parts will just...
She just rends it in half.
Yeah.
Along with Neo, probably, at that stage.
Yeah.
Like, Magical Blast knocks him down, and then just does that, and the plane's split in half, and
Hang
so
on.
is Neo.
Can't Neo fly?
He can, yes.
Yeah, but if he had been able to dodge the first attack, he probably would have done it by that.
Yeah, I think while he
Honestly,
might live through the first attack, he's also going to be seriously injured by it, and then be sort of not doing very well flying because he's having an off day.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's going to jump out of the plane at him, firing massive energy blasts at him. He's just screwed.
Yeah, like honestly, like her whole thing in this is she's the Princess of Power. And right now it's like, what if the Princess of Power gets berserker rage and is stupidly overpowered?
So, okay, I think it's fair enough that we'll move on now. So here's how it is now. Kamala Khan versus Black Panther to see who faces up against Neo.
Ooh, oh god, Black Panther versus Neo?
That'd be
Imagine.
cool, but we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and see where the location is. Gonna get rid of on a plane. Let's see where they are now. It's the British National Museum.
Or British National M for short.
Yeah. So, that's where they're going
Wait,
to be
Kamala
fighting.
Khan and Black Panther are fighting in the British National Museum.
Yes.
Remember the whole British National Museum in Black Panther?
That. What? They were in the. I seriously need to rewatch that film.
What's
They-
British about it? It's in London, I think.
That's why, yeah.
It's the British Museum.
Yeah.
It's
So,
descriptive.
Do you remember the bit where Killmonger got his mask from the museum when they were also obtaining the vibranium?
Right.
Do you remember that bit?
Yes.
That's the British National Museum.
Oh, really? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and yet, Sky, that is kind of the point of that scene.
There is basically nothing British in it.
Yeah, Sky, what you're saying is exactly what the point of that scene was.
It's almost entirely paleontology, Egyptian stuff, Greek stuff, some African stuff, some Mesopotamian stuff.
Yeah. The whole point of that scene was like Killmonger was like, "What? No, this is my stuff. You took it."
Lol.
So yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, Holly. Can we have a roll for Black Panther, please?
Yep.
$12. So he has simply got 5 minutes prep.
Okay. He just sees it coming on the CCTV, and he's like, "Oh, not this bitch again."
It's just like, oh no. 13. So she's
So no
unprepared,
prep, but buff.
but buffed. Yeah. What's her buff, hey? Let's see. What's she gonna get? Know the enemy.
That feels kind of
Superfluous?
yeah for Kamala Khan anyway.
I mean, it's also the fact that she's also fought him before in this tournament.
Yeah. Honestly, for this, I would ask for a reroll just because
Sure.
it's boring.
I'm
Just
not
boring.
against it, but I also want an element of fairness. So,
Yeah.
Holly,
Chat. Do we re-roll or
Chat.
not?
Yeah,
I see
What
a
do we think?
reroll from Tom.
yeah. Like, I understand both sides of this. Like, I understand the not rerolling aspect, but I also, like, I just think it's boring because...
Sky wants
Of
a
course.
reroll as well. Okay, that's good enough for me.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Let's have a look. Allie.
Oh, she's got lockjaw.
Oh god, she's got lockjaw with her. Okay.
Please explain lockjaw. I don't mean the medical
Okay.
condition.
Okay. Don't. I'll explain once the image is up.
Yeah. Oh wait, I need to create new. Lockjaw. Takes me a little bit longer because didn't have these in as base.
Yeah, 3 people want to re-roll, so yeah, we've got that re-roll.
Yeah. I've been wanting Allie to come up, to be honest.
Okay.
And this is like my favourite person for it to come up for.
So if you look now, Lockjaw is a giant dog who can teleport and is super intelligent for a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any other abilities other than being able to teleport?
Okay, so besides some spatial distance sensors and tracking sensors, okay, so he can sense track across dimensions
Wow.
and spaces. Like he's basically got psionic tracking abilities.
Wow, okay.
Oh shit! That will actually completely negate Black Panther's stealth.
Yes, it would. Although, keeping in mind, they're unprepared. So,
This is true.
does
This
that
is
mean
true.
they're just walking in as a casual go to the museum?
Yeah. Although I don't think Black Panther could catch her off guard because Lockjaw would probably become alert to the danger.
That's true, yeah. And as soon as she sees him, she's
yeah.
going to remember the previous fight.
And they're just going to duke it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lockjaw is extremely strong.
So yeah, the first fight of this arc was these two. For
His
At the White
people
House.
just coming in.
They seem to have a tendency to go to famous buildings and locations.
Yeah.
So, Lockjaw can dig through solid ferroconcrete. And oh shit! His durability is listed as basically indestructible.
Wow, really?
I think they were just like, the dog will not die! Weaknesses. Canine urges.
But this is a cat.
Perfect!
He's going to see Black Panther and be like, cat I hate.
It also sort of bonds a bit with people, so, like, emotionally, so he will know that Kamala hates
Is it a
him.
Fallout doggo? I don't know. Can it like clip through the wall?
No, it's more powerful.
Yes.
It's more
Yes.
powerful than Fallout Doggo. It's like what if
And
Fallout
also,
Doggo was
look
bigger
at
and
that
stronger.
Picture.
Mhm.
Look at that picture.
What, the picture I have?
Oh shit! So even he's basically indestructible.
Yeah, I know that the Fallout Doggo is basically indestructible. I'm just saying that basically imagine
so.
even stronger and tougher and can teleport and is intelligent, like
Yeah.
more intelligent than Dogmeat is.
I don't know if this is a thing you can do, but can you increase the size of that picture for a moment? Just to have a look at, like, just so if I can...
Yeah, I can. Just give me a...
Yes, too soon! Too soon!
If you want me to
Oh.
just... Oof.
Can we get an oof in the chat?
Here's a bigger
Oof.
picture, just temporarily. Here's a bigger image for you so you can see it more clearly.
Hello, my name is Lockjaw. I like hugs. Also,
Does that
look
dog
at
have
that
a
good
mustache?
boy.
Yeah, he has big mustache. Shh. It's not. It's his jowls. His jowls are black.
Yeah.
Ah.
But yeah, look at that good boy. Also, I love that you have the image with Kamala and Lockjaw.
Yeah, this was the best image
They
I
are
could get
just
for Lockjaw.
they are the perfect ally for Kamala Khan because she's just like goodest boy.
Yes, he's a very.
So let's
good
say
boy.
they're going. So they go in. Black Panther doesn't really know anything about Lockjaw except that's a big heckin' doggo.
Yep.
So he's probably going to try and stealth.
Probably.
That's his MO.
And that will fail,
And that will fail.
as then he will be dealing with a teleporting, indestructible strong dog.
I reckon the dog's going to start the fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
Black
think
Panther's
that-
just going to be hiding behind a pillar. Doggo will just teleport and chomp on him. Like, it won't be able to get through the vibranium, but also Black Panther won't be able to damage him.
Yeah.
It'll probably be able to, like, bop him on the nose or something to get him to let go.
Do you
It'll probably be
think
able
that-
to get him to let go.
Do you think that she is going to know that her previous techniques of trying to slam him to death didn't really work, and therefore might try and do something different?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm asking, do you think?
Probably. I'm just trying to think what she'd try.
Would she maybe attempt to... This is the thing, would she attempt to try and do something like electrocute him? And could she do that?
I mean, she knows it's not exactly a hidden weakness of Black Panther.
Oh, actually, that's a point as well. She's had time between the two fights. Has she, like, looked him up? He's a Marvel character.
Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly.
And she's a big nerd. That's kind of her feature, that she is a big nerd of Marvel characters. If she didn't already know who he was.
She certainly does now.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I reckon that Lockjaw can subdue him for long enough for her to just, like, jam some weird wiring from somewhere into him or something. I don't know.
I mean, you're in the British National Museum. It's not like there isn't anything there to use.
Yeah.
There is, like... I think there is, like, a space exhibit part.
Honestly, she will just get Lockjaw to teleport them. So, holy shit, she can just get Lockjaw to teleport them above the fucking Pacific Ocean. He will just let go, and then they'll teleport away.
Yeah, which, I mean, that would count as winning the fight at that point.
Yeah.
And then she could be like, now we will continue having a nice stroll through the museum.
Yeah, honestly, I think Lockjaw is just the hard counter.
Yeah.
Like, if he had a day of prep, he would win this. Because he'd have a day of prep.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I think caught off guard here, I don't think there's anything I can do.
Yeah, he has like 5 minutes to deal with it, and he just... I don't think he can string something together fast enough.
Yeah, and also, he's not going to get hit. Like, the dog's just going to go,
Yeah.
and he's in his mouth.
Yeah.
Surprise win for Kamala Khan, I think.
She's pulling it through.
She is.
So, let's go ahead back to our standings.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we're at. We're getting near the end now.
Mm-hmm.
We have Neo and Kamala have to fight it out to see who goes up against She-Ra.
Oof.
But guys, these are our top 3 so far.
Oh, we're getting a picture up.
And I must warn you that She-Ra hasn't lost once yet, so whoever goes up against her has to beat her more than once.
Hmm.
So She-Ra's kind of the favourite to win at the minute.
Yeah.
So then, folks, shall we see where the fight is going to be?
Yes. Which characters are these again? It's Neo and Kamala?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Themyscira.
Ooh, okay.
All over what
Oh,
is known as the home of the Amazonians,
Okay.
and the home of Wonder Woman.
I'm not well versed in Greek mythology.
It's also a real place.
Yeah.
Well, you're the Greek dude, so you know.
So this is going to be interesting because these two characters are just so not belonging there,
Oh yeah, they do. They do not belong.
and there is not really much tech there for Neo.
Yeah, there isn't really, is there?
No, in fact, there's nothing. At the most, it's Kamala's cell phone.
Yeah, not really. That's not something he's really going to be able to take advantage of.
No.
It's all Greek
So that-
to me.
This is a quiet clap. Okay then, folks, here we are. The island of Themyscira. Well, let's get to it. Can we have a roll, please, Holly?
Okay.
First of all, a roll for Neo.
Honestly, I think for the next one, try and get a chatbot that can roll so you can get the audience to get the rolls done.
But then I can imagine them all rolling and just going, no, my count.
Mm-hmm.
Arguing about it. I like physical dice. I really have a thing for
Yeah.
Yeah, I do as well. I just think it's nice because it gets that bit of audience participation.
Yeah, that's true. I think actually one thing we would definitely like to do for audience participation is when we genuinely have no idea, we could put it to a
Yeah,
vote.
the audience is always the tiebreaker.
If we could have something with like a thumbs up, thumbs down for chat.
Yeah. But hey,
Yeah,
okay.
you can make polls.
So Neo is unprepared,
Yeah.
but he has a buff.
But has a
Yes. So Holly, roll for
me to
Kamala,
look that
please.
Okay, let's roll for Kamala.
6. So
Well,
she gets 5-minute prep, but is nerfed.
okay.
So, okay.
She's like, this is a dude.
Yeah, she's the suck. That's a dude.
But here's the thing, she knows all of the tropes. So she's like, this is a dude in shades and a trench coat, so this is a tough dude.
Well, say she hasn't like seen like the Matrix, but she could probably look
She
at
knows
him and
the tropes.
get some kind of idea.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, she knows the tropes and she knows that she's in a world that is run by tropes.
So what buff does Neo get? Berserker
Oh,
Rage.
shit.
Okay. And what nerf does Kamala get?
I mean, he just got exploded on a plane. He's just very angry.
Kamala is having an
no.
off day.
Okay.
So what can you think about like the worst performances that she's done?
What is her worst performance? She doesn't really have a lot to draw from. What's she done? What's she done? See, most of her worst days just come from like misreading social cues and getting into awful situations that way.
Right.
Like, most of her combat stuff has gone down like, well, no, okay, her worst day was a time when another planet was colliding with the Earth, so there wasn't really anything she could do about that.
I'm going to go
Oh.
ahead and leave you to think about this for 3 minutes. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, in fact, I need the loo, so I'm just going to go to the loo and do a bit of research on my thing.
Holly, it's
I'll be
all on
back in a
you.
minute. Holly, entertain chat, it's bean time.
There you go. Get to do whatever you want to entertain chat in the meantime.
So, who likes beads? do 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 do. Cannot make little elevator music. There's lots of little beans. Yeah. It's bean time. Get his close up, his little face. I really do not know how to kill time on streams like this. Y'all like Fate and Bean.
It's a pity it's not 3 a.m.
Me and the boys at 1:45 looking for beans. Jim is back.
I am back, yes. Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I'm trying to imagine what Neo in a Berserker Rage looks like. Okay, I'll be entirely fair. Some of the beans are kind of cute.
Who's the cutest bean?
I think the cutest bean is Nash.
Mini mash bean.
Nash. Could you bring her a little bit more forward? There you go. What does she say?
Senpai? Senpai?
This is the weirdest intermission. What is this?
I can't think of anything else that a mash bean would say. If anybody else here plays Fate Grand Order, you'll know what I mean.
You're probably making references that people mostly don't get.
You said show my beans. They're my beans.
You have other things. I didn't actually say show your beans. I just said you can do whatever you want to entertain the chat for a time. Stop just showing me the beans. I've seen them. I'm sorry, chat.
At 3 a.m, they all scurry around the house. And Jim has to find them.
Gay.
Oh no. Hi, Allie.
Hi. So my research has uncovered two things.
Okay.
One, she doesn't really in combat have off days. Like one of her hallmark things is she's always like plucky. Like even when she's having an off day, doing superhero stuff is what gets her out of the off day. But when she does have an off day, it's usually because of shit going on in her personal life.
Okay. Something else I wanted to think about was what is Neo like in a Berserker Rage?
Oh.
I'll transition back to you. Because I don't know.
He doesn't have that.
He never gets angry.
He's always just blank.
Yeah. The angriest character
He's
in
just
He's always just
slightly more frowny.
The angry characters in The Matrix are Agent Smith and Morpheus, and basically no one else gets angry.
honestly, I kind of want to re-roll on both of these because neither of them are great. Because the Berserker Rage, we have no frame of
And
reference.
we're basically
for
saying
what
that
would be.
neither apply, really.
Yeah, like because Kamala Khan in combat just gets super into like classic superhero stuff, yelling the names of her moves and stuff, and
Yeah.
like that's her thing.
And Neo just
Like-
doesn't get angry. No, Neo did not kill someone's dog. Look,
Oh shit! No, they just fight John Wick instead.
oh god, oh god, John, it just gets replaced with John Wick. She's fucked. She's... No. Okay, chat. Should we re-roll? Do you think we should re-roll their nerf and buff? Like,
Because
Neo
honestly,
will still
both of
get
them,
his buff,
in
he'll
order
still
to
get a
apply
buff,
them,
and
yeah,
Kamala
but
will
it's
still
just
get a
that in order to
nerf.
apply them. Yeah, I think it's just that in order to apply these buffs and nerfs, it just changes the characters too much.
If I'm not getting a response from chat, I also want to ask Holly. Holly, do you think a re-roll is fair?
Let's see.
She's listening to the
I
bean.
must consult the bean.
She's
It's
putting the
very
bean
important.
the beans to her ears to listen to what they say.
And do you know what they say? Okay.
They think a reroll is probably a good idea.
Okay. We've not heard from chat, so let's go for a reroll.
So, let's re-roll Neo's buff.
And we'll just ignore Berserker Rage if we get it again. We'll just...
Yeah.
Peak performance!
Peak performance. Okay. At his peak,
So-
he's like bending the ground while he flies and stuff.
So that's essentially end of Matrix 1, right?
Yeah.
Plus, it's basically just that plus, like
Like when he's fighting all those agents at once.
it's that scene.
Yeah, he's just like peak Matrix power levels, so...
Okay.
And what is she getting as her nerf? Ignoring, having an off day. She is fatigued.
Oh shit, so she's not going to be healing that well.
Yes. Okay. Maybe that makes
she
things a
just
bit more
prep-
clear for us now.
Yeah, that's just easier. Okay.
So, does she... Is she going to... Is she going to recover from being fatigued?
If she gets a break and be in normal form, she will, yeah.
That actually is a point to remember. So she has... I believe she had the 5 minutes to prepare, right? And he's unprepared?
Yeah, her 5 minutes to prepare will probably be... I don't really know much about this person. They seem like a bad guy, they seem like a strong person. And the tropes would suggest that also. I am going to use these 5 minutes to find some place to hide.
If
And
I'm a skill.
rest. Yeah. I think.
I mean, the Amazonians will probably notice her.
So she knows this fight is coming, right?
She knows that she's getting into a fight with this guy.
She'll probably ask for help.
Yeah. And the Amazonians have a tendency to... I don't know, do you think it's fair to say they trust women a little bit more than men?
Entirely.
Yeah.
Here is a woman, and there is a man who she says is coming to fight her to try and kill her.
Yeah,
They are entirely going to try and help her.
probably, yes. That seems like a reasonable assumption.
Hmm.
So that then becomes a matter of, can Neo, after that
This
5 minutes...
much more interesting.
Yeah, it did just get a lot more interesting. Can Neo, like, get to Kamala and kill her while having to deal with probably fending off Amazonians at the same time?
Hmm.
When he's at his peak performance.
Okay, did Neo ever wind up fighting Wonder Woman?
Let me have a little look. Wonder Woman.
No.
No. Oh wait, maybe. Maybe. No,
Yes.
yes, he did. She did. They fought early on, and he beat her.
Yeah.
That was our previous ruling. Because he's a lot faster.
I am.
He's a lot faster
Yeah.
than Wonder Woman, and he's going to be even more
You know
fast
what?
than any Amazonian is.
I imagine it's going to be very much like the Smith fight.
It is going to be quite like the Smith fight, except instead of being loads of dudes in suits, it's going to be loads of women with like swords and horses and bows and stuff.
That's going to be cool.
It's probably pretty cool, yeah. Pretty cool fight. He's going to be like thwacking them away with their own weapons and stuff, and like flinging them long distance and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, he
So-
can fly
Yeah.
as well.
But he probably won't, because he doesn't tend to, unless it's last resort sort of thing.
He does tend to stay to the ground when he is fighting, although sometimes he will like stand on ceilings or walls while fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I just realised what his Berserker Rage would have been.
What?
You remember when he was trying to get to Trinity, and he was just flying and all of the traffic was just going around him?
That is true. Yeah.
His Berserker Rage is more like extreme tunnel vision.
It's kind of like Superman in Man of Steel.
Okay. Honestly, what this depends on is what Kamala Khan can do whilst that big fight is happening. Because she'll rest and recover and then be able to join the fight whilst it's still happening, I think.
Isn't that probably what she's mainly going to do, is try and wait and heal?
Yeah, but I reckon the fight will still be going by the time she's healed.
Maybe? If I'm thinking about his peak performance, will he be able to just go, I don't actually need to deal with these Amazonians, I need to deal with her? But then I suppose that becomes a matter of, well, can he find her?
Yeah, because he doesn't know where she is.
Yeah.
So
And I imagine they have
he's probably
methods
trying
of
to make
hiding
his way
people.
through. Yeah, they've got lots of good ways.
Alright. We kind of need to, I think, wrap this up. We're at midnight.
Yeah.
Can we think about this and go... I mean, what do you think, Allie? Who do you think is going to win? Just...
I'm just thinking about how Neo will, because I think basically she'd be able to heal up and rejoin the fight. There may or may not be some Amazonians left. He's at his peak. I wonder how he could deal with a literal giant to fight. But I can imagine that he could still do very well.
The thing is, if we're
I'm just
talking
trying to think
about Neo at his peak performance, he can... That basically means that he can manipulate reality. So...
Yeah.
It kind of becomes a matter of, well, he can be like, you shrink back down. I've not actually seen him do that exactly.
No, he tends to be with the environment rather than people.
Yes, But it's kind of
Like the only time it's been people is when it was programs.
yes, but to a certain extent, I'm inclined to think that he could do that to her, simply because he views that that's her being able to change size is something that must be in the programming. Do you understand what I mean? Because if this is in the Matrix, there must be some kind
but
of.
I don't think so, because if he was able to do stuff like that, he'd turn off the weird ghost twins ghosting. And he didn't.
You're not wrong.
So I don't think he'd be able to affect people's abilities in that way.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think he did do a thing where when he was able to grab hold of them. Yeah, sorry. Hi, Jess. Yeah, we're not quite finished with the stream. But yeah, thank you,
But
Scott.
we're going to try and...
We're trying to
speed
wrap it up, get to the end.
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying, though. It's sort of a matter of, like, what is he going to be able to do when he's dealing with giant Kamala?
Yeah, like, what is the limit of his strength in this?
I mean, in
Like,
that context, he is able to basically... I mean, if we suppose... I don't know, are we allowing him to pop out to get... to basically, like, pop out of this part of the Matrix into the White Room to supply himself with appropriate weapon and then come back? Because if he can do that, potentially he could show up with, like, rocket launchers and things.
I would not allow that. If he had prep time, I would have said he could have used that for that.
Yeah, okay. It isn't really something he can just do. It is sort of a thing you need to, like...
What I'm thinking is if she just turns into the size of a skyscraper and tries to step on him whilst all the Amazonians are going on him, like, what can he do against that? What could he do to prevent that from smushing him?
The main thing I'm thinking is that he can fly and he's way too fast for her to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, though, if she does it whilst he's already fighting people.
Yeah, but we're talking about him at his peak performance. I just don't think that they're...
Even then, he didn't fly until he had literally like 50 Smiths on him.
Sure. I don't... Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't think that... It's still something he's able to do, you know?
He does have superhuman strength and speed, but I don't know if it's strong enough. Like, speed is enough. I just don't know if his strength is...
I think it's a punch that's going to probably hurt, but I don't know if it's, like, something that's necessarily going to be able to do serious damage to her. Although, there is an element that, like, theoretically he could punch hard enough to hurt her. But he needs to, like... It's to do with, like, how much he's able to will that, isn't it? And he basically... He would need to push that beyond what he's done before.
Yeah. See, my... Okay, even disregarding the stepping on him thing, like, if she just grows to that size, like, can he do anything?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm starting to see your argument. It's more or less like she's too tough, really, for him to hurt, and he's too fast for her to hit him. Like, I actually really do think that. I don't think the Amazonians are going to be enough of a hindrance. But it really becomes a bit of a stalemate. Is that true, Tom? Would she possibly burn her energy and then she would have to stop using her powers?
Oh, potentially. Because I thought it was usually if she gets injured too much, but I'll have to check.
I only vaguely remember reading the comic about her. I do seem to remember her something about like getting kind of tired from using her powers to make herself big.
Yeah, because normally it's not that. I don't think it's that. Unless you've just looked this up, I'm pretty sure that it's not that it burns her energy. It's that she can't heal while she's like that. So if she takes damage like that, eventually she'll have to shrink down to heal. Yeah, I think some research is needed.
I'm going to check the internet.
Yeah.
Well, they're as stumped as me.
This is a difficult one.
Yeah.
Comic book resource? Sorry, I just know them as being very bad at talking about anime.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
She can alter her molecular density.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. So it's not so much that she tires out. It's just like Goku in Dragon Ball Z. Basically, she has to stuff her fucking face afterwards.
Oh.
That's what the page I'm on is.
Also kind of like the Flash.
But yeah, do you see what I mean with what you're... I'm seeing what you're looking up, but you see the skadoosh thing?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have off days in combat. It's not her.
Yeah. Who would last longer? Yeah, that's probably a good question. I don't know if Nia has been in a fight long enough to tire out.
I think the closest thing is when he just pieced out from the Smiths thing.
If this
Because he eventually just pieces out.
Yeah, if this becomes a fight of, like, I guess attrition, i.e. who's going to fail first, then I think Kamala will win, because she only needs, like, one good hit or grab.
Yeah.
Whereas he needs to pull something out of the bag, which I don't see how he can really do.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, and I'm trying not to just be purely siding with her, but I have read the comics, so I think it's just because I understand the character a bit.
Yeah, I think I basically agree. I can't really see what he can do exactly. I don't think the Amazonians are a big issue for him, but Kamala is.
They do have other artifacts and shit on Themyscira that might be I don't know enough about it.
Potentially, yeah. I also don't know enough about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the standing. Here's our top two guys. Neo got third place. Kamala needs to beat She-Ra twice to win.
Okay, so it's
Right.
She-Ra only needs to beat Kamala once.
Okay, and here's the best thing.
Okay.
I love both of these characters, so this is going to be fun for me as well, because it's just okay, so...
yeah, I have no idea what's going on here.
Simple. Well, let's see where they're going. And you're going on a holiday too.
Oh,
No! Why FurryCon? No! Oh my god, She-Ra's looking for Catra.
You have to
She-Ra
deal with a 5-foot sausage dog who's very drunk and wants to hug you.
And She-Ra would do it, but be like, this is weird and awkward.
Just give me hugs, dude. I'm a big dog and I'm drunk.
Yeah, I know, Tom, but like, even then, like, the speed doesn't really do much for him.
Yeah, it's not really about speed at that point. It's about being able to cause
Actually-
damage,
Yeah.
which isn't really his biggest thing.
Yeah, funnily enough. Like, his damage dealing capabilities are actually not that high. Which is weird, because you don't think so until you think back on it and you're like, oh yeah! Oh, why? Why is this?
So I'm just looking at this
Let's
picture
get
and I'm like,
Let's get this over
I
with.
recognise
Give us
people,
those.
but
Really?
my friends aren't in here.
Oh God.
They're not people I know
quick,
personally,
quick,
but
get the rolls,
costumes
get
I
the rolls,
recognise.
quick.
Okay. Let's get some rolls. Holly,
Yeah?
please roll for She-Ra. $30.
So doesn't see it coming, but she's got a buff.
Yeah. And now roll for Kamala. $9. Also doesn't see it coming. No nerf, no buff.
Oh wow, so they're both oblivious. This is perfect.
Both oblivious
Hey, Jim, you know that GIF I sent you?
at FurCon.
They're both like, why are we here?
What is happening? Oh no.
Just like, oh, saw people in big costumes outside. Let's go see what's going on here, you know.
Let's see what Kamala's getting as her buff. Peak performance.
Oh, wait, Kamala?
Sorry,
I thought it was
She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Yeah, the
Oh, God. Okay.
peak performance She-Ra.
Okay.
And Kamala ain't got nothing. She-Ra wins. Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know. Do we really need to even discuss it?
It's peak performance She-Ra. Jeez.
Isn't she at that point destroying spaceships casually?
Yeah.
It's not a question at that point of can she damage Kamala when she's big? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Her peak performance is literally pointing her sword at a spaceship and destroying it by causing trees to grow on it and just strangle it and crush it.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe She-Ra was in the wrong category.
Maybe. To be fair,
This was
that is
relatively
her peak performance.
uncategorized, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, that particular bit of She-Ra is when she's got completely no restraints on her power, which we said we weren't using. But that is the upper limit.
Yeah, but I just do want to clarify. So I'm declaring her the winner. That's over.
Yeah.
But I just want to clarify. She-Ra didn't lose once.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've hugged one of these guys that confuzzled a few years ago.
Fucking stop looking at. No, this is not allowed. These are your people, Holly. Stop talking about them.
They do not consent to their
You all
information
hate
being
furries
on-
IRL, but when rock up in public, you all want hugs and photos.
I don't, you
No,
sweaty
we don't.
fuck.
So who did She-Ra beat then throughout this?
So
She started
She-Ra,
off against-
in order to get to the end and ultimately win the tournament, she beat Rogue, Black Panther, Neo, and Kamala Khan.
To be fair, I think some of the other characters that she didn't fight could have given us some bother.
Potentially, yeah. I think that
Like-
if we look at it, I think Asterix was quite unlucky.
Yeah, Asterix could. If Asterix had his potion, he could probably just deck She-Ra.
I also think I remember with Genos and Kamala, the fact that Genos, the scenario he was put in on the Death Star, I think in other circumstances he could have won.
Yeah, in almost every other circumstance.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. But also Genos versus She-Ra, I'm pretty sure Genos would win most of the time. She can't really deal with flying enemies that well.
Yeah.
Especially not with that amount of overwhelming firepower.
Yeah. And the only time she had to deal with a flying enemy was Neo when they were in an enclosed space on a plane.
Yeah, and also he had such shit luck there. And she had such good luck.
So, there we are.
Yeah. Like,
I think there we have it, folks.
yeah. Can we get a picture of the winner at the end? It just feels appropriate.
Sure.
I'm not just saying it because it's She-Ra. I'd say it for everyone. Okay, actually, why don't we get the top 3 up?
Yeah, sure. I will do that. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Like who was first, second, third?
Yeah, I feel like
I
that's
mean, Neo put up a
appropriate.
pretty good fight.
Here is
Always.
She-Ra, the winner. And then what I will do is make a new thing. Sorry, I'm just working on this. But yeah, folks, what did you all think of that? I don't know how many people are watching now, but hey.
3 people left, but I think, to be honest, people tend to leave near the end of the
It's a
stream.
pretty long stream.
Pretty long, yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, I have work at 10.
And yeah, we've got the winners.
Ooh. At some point, does this give us the order of victory? The listing?
Sorry, the tournament, yeah. It does.
I just thought, the document that we have, it might be fun to put the rankings on when we finish a fight.
Sure, yeah, hold on one sec. I can show you the thing.
Oh, are we showing people the document, or are you just showing me?
No, I just made there's the tournament results.
Ooh.
4th place to Black Panther.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman and Genos in a joint 5th place.
Then Rogue and Asterix in joint 7. You know what? I see that.
Yeah.
I see Rogue and Asterix at the bottom.
Yeah, I still feel like Asterix was quite unlucky.
He was so unlucky.
Yeah.
Like, not just in the people he was fighting, but yeah, and what he rolled.
And so I'll show us also, here's our runners-up, folks. With Kamala Khan and Neo.
Yeah. So She-Ra, Kamala Khan, then Neo. Honestly, it's interesting the way this is done with the buffs and nerfs and all of that, because honestly, half the time, if it was just a straight up fight in a blank environment, this would go down differently.
Yes, very true. Which is why we have the rolls and things, because it makes things less of a regular scenario.
Yeah. Honestly, if you put them all together in a big brawl, I think Genos would win.
See, what I think
He'd blow
is
them all up.
interesting about tournaments like this
like
is
everyone would
even
just
if
be
a
there having a
character
big
is
melee.
powerful in their series, putting them against things from other series that may not be the same situation and same power levels.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm glad that Neo did as well as he did.
If we do this again, I'd hope there'd be more that I could actually talk about
Yeah.
instead of just being chat mod. But I don't mind being chat mod.
Well,
My
you
pop
also
culture knowledge
serve
is
the completely
limited.
unbiased viewpoint when this situation happens. Because we're like, oh, we're not sure about this. And you're like, well, I don't know the characters, but I know the descriptions you've given. Anyway, guys, I have work in the morning, so I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, that's cool. Basically over anyway. I literally just wanted to do. Oh yeah, just one little thing. Just
One little thing.
Do we want to raid somebody after this? Because we've got a couple
oh yeah,
of
we could do.
people on.
Just widow.
Yeah.
Widow.
Who's on? Ellery is on.
Uh,
There's also little Motak.
if you want to set up the raid, Holly.
Who are raiding? Ellery? See, there's
Sure.
2 people we follow
Who's the
who
other?
are
one?
on.
Who's the other person?
The other one's Dimitri Monroe.
I don't know. Do you want to simp for Dimitri? I'm fine with it if you want.
Okay, well, I'm
Can
gonna
I?
go. But,
All right. Abby.
thank you for inviting me to the stream.
Yeah,
I would very much like to do this
How do I
again.
raid again?
yeah, don't worry. I'll help you out in a minute.
Yeah.
See you another time, Allie.
I'd like to do this again.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna hang up the call.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
Gonna go raid the streamer I like.
Move the beans. Move the beans so I can move the raid. Why'd you gotta have such a name? Oh, it's E. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a good time, folks. You're off on a raid.
Yay! Have fun.
Bye now.